Thank you, Craig.
Hello.
That was perfect timed.
Hello and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. I'm Trent Gander. I'm not your dungeon master for the evening. I've handed it off to Frederick, or also known as Steven, who is going to be running our first Shadowrun game. This is the first Shadowrun game I've ever played, and it's going to be fun. So without further ado, Steven, take it away.
Hey, all right, like Trent said, I'm Steven. This is our first game of Shadowrun. It's going to be a learning experience for, I believe, everyone at the table. And without further ado, we'll jump in and you guys can meet the characters as we go. All right. Open something up real quick. Where's it at? There it is. All right. I'm sorry. I have lost something. I've lost my mind.
You're running Shadowrun with 6 people, I would say so.
Yeah. What did you sign yourself up for?
Sadness.
Yes, exactly that.
All
I'm
right.
sure that we don't need to send you to an.
Oh,
get you
my
some
roll
help.
20. My roll 20 closed down. That's great. One moment. Back up. Awesome.
Yay.
All right. So you guys all find yourselves in your individual apartments except for Pitt and Slim. You guys share an apartment together. No one's reading into that at all in this situation.
Totally.
You each individually get your own messages from your fixers, with the exception of Pitt. Your fixer is Trent's fixer because he's your employer. And they all kind of just message you and say, "Hey, got an interesting opportunity here. If you're interested, come to Cyberspace Club 2100."
Is that like a physical location or?
It's both. They do have who is it?
A matrix post?
Yeah, they do have a Matrix host. It's actually pretty popular. Do you have any Seattle knowledge?
No.
No? You want to, okay. Ty, you would know this actually, being a decker. It's actually a very popular, like, Matrix club. It's one of the biggest, actually, because almost everyone who goes in there is in a VR headset or actually, like, plugged in fully with a hot sim VR system to experience the club. The actual physical club itself is pretty quiet. It's like one of those silent raves where everyone has the headphones in.
Okay.
Well, that's
A
just
little
weird.
odd. It's a little odd if you're not
That's
in
a
VR.
thing.
That is a thing.
Silent raves? Yes, they are very much a thing.
Fuck
Everyone
that.
you play your own music, you do your own dancing. Drugs aren't the same though, it's different.
Oh man.
Yeah, 2100. It's
I'm such a loser now. I didn't know that was a thing either.
I don't want that to be a thing. I want to go to a normal rave.
Right?
I would say it's probably around 1 in the afternoon, maybe 2, 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you have a little bit of time where you can do what you want to do, figure out what kind of loadout, and start heading that way. I believe most of you have your own vehicles, except for Ty. I don't think you have a vehicle.
I don't.
No, I don't. No.
Okay, neither one of you do. Okay, so let me pull up my map of Seattle. Where's my map of Seattle? You can get a ride. They have plenty of ride sharing in the sixth world that you can use. It takes an hour or so to actually get a ride to because of the overpopulation of the area. And it's pretty cheap. We'll start with Pitt and Slim. What are you guys going to be doing to get ready, or do you have anything you want to ask your fixer about details for the job or anything like that?
Pete, do you have a job, possibly?
What kind, boss?
Yes, I don't know. I sent a message to the fixer I received it from asking for a few more details.
All right. takes probably 30, 45 minutes. He finally gets back to you. He says he doesn't know much. It's just the Cyberspace Club VIP room. Mr. Johnson. Something about a smash and grab.
It's a smash and grab, apparently. It's in the VIP room where we find out, and Mr. Johnson is interested.
That's the worst ideas I've ever heard.
I've heard worse, believe me.
Bad worse.
Yes. I get my my armor jacket ready and my normal pistol.
But smash and grab. Got it.
I don't think we're going to be doing it right then, but
Oh, no fun.
Okay.
You get your shotguns. You got your whatever you do.
I
Grenades, is that what you're bringing?
I do get the duffel and I put the white noise machine in it because they don't actually have duffels here. I'm just carrying that in like a satchel.
They do have duffels. It's just not like it's not listed. It's one of those things like, hey,
You'll have one of these.
yeah.
I didn't
mean,
buy one of those, but
I don't think anyone has ever bought a duffel bag. I think they just show up.
yeah, the magical duffel bag that I have in my closet, I just start putting a few things
This
in.
random bag of holding.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
She just rolls her eyes when she sees you put the white noise thing in there.
I just ignore her.
All right, we'll move on. Webb. You find yourself in your apartment, relaxing, watching some TV, hanging out. Is there anything you're gonna do to get ready specifically for your meeting tonight, or are you just gonna kind of hang out and then head that way when you need to?
I'll hang out a little bit. I mean, to make sure my gear is in order. My deck, my gun, glasses. You know, normal
Okay.
stuff you take when you leave the house,
Okay.
like you do.
All right. All right.
And-
Then
Oh, wait a minute. Can I call ahead to have my favorite sandwich sent to the VIP room before I get there?
you can. You are actually very familiar with cyberspace. It's a popular place that you go. You always, try your luck, but never go home with someone, unfortunately. It's been a very, very dry couple months for you. But yeah, you can go ahead and call ahead, send them your order. You can do it. You don't even have to call. You can go to their website on the Matrix, place your order, set a time. You can pick it up when you get there.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. Move along to Ironsides. You are in your garage, tinkering on either your bike, your car, one of your hundreds of thousands of other things that you keep in that garage. What are you doing to prepare for this meeting tonight?
I want to find out what kind of stuff I should bring. Like, do I just load it all out, or is this like a light mission?
Okay. We reach back out to your fixer for some details. He gets back to you 30 minutes or so. He's a busy man. He has other Shadowrunners he works with. He says he doesn't know much. The Johnson said something about a smash and grab, so it could be light. It could take a little time. Take something that you can move quickly with. If things go south.
Okay. I think I'd probably take my bike,
Okay.
and at least one of my drones.
All right. Just a note for you. In your backpack, because I assume you're going to bring a backpack with you.
Yeah.
You could really only fit your roto drones.
Okay.
Because the other one, the Doberman, is a tracked one, and it's decently sized and heavy. And then the Dalmatian is very large, as well as the Lynx.
Links.
It's decently large too. Like yeah, those two are. If you ever seen like the EOD robots, like bomb disposal robots on movies and shit, that's about how big those are. Except and that's only for the Dalmatian. That's when it's stored. When you deploy it, it's 2 to 3 times that size because its wings snap out.
So would I be able to take both of the roto drones or just one?
Realistically, you could take them both because they kind of fold in and collapse down into a smaller size.
Okay,
Um,
I'll do that and take my bike.
yeah, collapsed down, they're a little bit smaller than a basketball.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. All right. So you got some time to do whatever you want to do.
Just
Ghost.
gonna tinker with them before I go. Make sure
No
they're
problem.
all good to go.
Make sure all your bolts are there, everything's tightened down. Got you. All right. Ghost. Same ordeal. What are you? How are you kind of prepping?
How much? First things first, I'm going to send a few questions back. How much? How will I recognize Mr. Johnson? And does he know? Does he have any lead? Does he know who we are? Like what kind of job it is and who the target is?
All right. A little bit time goes by. He says, "I don't know how much it is that part's negotiated on your side. I'm assuming it's at least decent. You know, it's a working job, and nothing that we do is cheap. Um, he didn't tell me who the target was or anything like that. He just said it was a smash and grab. Um, and he said he's going to be in the VIP room. I assume they only have one VIP room since he didn't tell me which room. But I believe he's a tall man, dark hair. He said he's going to have an associate with him, an orc woman. So that combination will stand out, I believe.
Yes, we will. I'm gonna try and head there early and see if I can hang out outside the club, get an idea of who's coming and going to see if I can recognize this pair, get an idea in advance, see if they have anybody else following them or anything.
Okay, no problems. All right. And we're gonna move on to Rebel.
All right. So I got text message. I'm gonna hit him back with like one word, just details with question mark. And I'm already gonna start getting like a whole bunch of extra crap because that's just who I am.
You're bringing the whole duffel.
Oh yeah, the combat axe, combat knife, the bow, the
Whatever you
ASL.
may or may not need. Yeah.
Yeah, the whole shebang. It's coming with,
Okay.
Oh
including
yeah,
the bang.
I should clarify what I'm bringing with me. I guess.
As long as you know, and I'm gonna trust all of you not to. Oh yeah, I had this with me, and this,
Oh no.
and
Yeah,
this,
I'm
and
not trying to
this.
hold
wearing
like 15 guns
He's
at
just wearing a
once,
suit.
but the
His
car is going to be
suit,
loaded.
Let me put it this way:
his glasses.
I have
No.
precious little.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Stephen. Please keep going.
Yeah, he's just wearing a suit, glasses, earbuds, and bug scanner, micro camera.
Okay.
Typical, like you're going to meet Mr. Johnson, and you gotta watch out who he is. So we just gotta bring the equivalent stuff to try and get an idea who it is and make sure they're not overheard.
Okay.
Typical running stuff.
All right, Rebel, a few probably 30, 45 minutes go by. Um, the only thing you get is 2100 cyberspace, Johnson, smash and grab.
Oh, just a smash and grab. All right.
That's all your guy gives you.
I guess I'm just gonna take like these flashbangs and the bow, the knife.
Okay. So you're
grenade
packing your go bag.
launcher, no big deal. But it all goes in the car. I'll decide what I want later.
Okay, we'll do a little time warp. For you, Ghost, since you wanted to get there early, I'll say you get there probably like an hour early or so. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that works perfectly.
And where are you gonna hang out? Are you gonna hang out at the bar?
Yeah, at the bar, kind of make sure I'm in an area where somebody would expect me to be, but like you know where I
Okay.
can get an idea of who's coming in, who's not. You know.
Okay. It's not a problem. It's kind of weird being there. This is your actual first time at cyberspace. You don't do any of the whole decking thing, and you don't get a lot of their stuff. Like you like the Matrix, it's cool, but it's not your scene.
Oh God,
Um,
no.
it's very it's odd because you see all these people. They're in the chairs. They're all jacked in. There's a few people walking around. Looks like they're taking a break from VR, but it's a weird club. There's flashing lights, the strobe lights and everything, but the music's playing softly. There's not really anyone at the bar except for you, maybe one other person. Um, Very little staff since everyone is in the virtual realm. They don't need a lot of people to tend to them. Um, you're there for like probably 45 minutes or so. Um, you see actually give me a perception check. Perception test, sorry.
Okay, so that would be
I believe it's on there. If it's not, I can
active
look it up.
skill.
Yeah,
Aha, here
active
it
skill.
is. Intuition, physical. Okay.
Hmm.
Any modifiers?
For you, no. 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you notice them. It's because they don't come in and go straight to a chair. They seem to come in and go to the back.
Okay.
Which is not what you've seen over the past 45 minutes to an hour you've been here. Uh, it is a tall man
Uh huh.
and an orc woman with him.
Am I able to surreptitiously take a photo of the man with the micro camera? With my micro camera.
You could. Are you trying to do it
Yeah.
stealthily?
Yeah, absolutely. I'd try to do it sneakily.
Don't forget that flash.
Let me take a look then. Do you have stealth?
I have sneaking.
Yeah, sneaking works. Go ahead and take a sneaking. Make me a sneaking check. Let's see how you do.
Modifiers?
I'll give you +1 because he's not paying attention to you. He's going to the back and going for business.
3.
3. Okay. Okay.
Might help with legwork. Come down the line.
He doesn't notice you, and you're unsure if his associate noticed you. There wasn't a flash or anything. There was a small click. And when that happens, you take it down real quick. But she kind of like looks around real quick. Maybe she's on edge about the
Yeah.
upcoming meeting. You don't know who they are, who they work for, what they could be looking out for. But you don't think that she noticed you. All right, right around 2100 hits. Pitt and Slim, you two are the first ones to arrive to cyberspace that you know of. You haven't seen anyone else that looks like Shadowrunners. Um, you go in, you go to the bar. Very uncommon looking club. Everyone's in their seats. Not a whole lot of dancing. The music's very soft. Strobing lights. No one's really drinking or eating too much. Very few people working the floor. You go to the bar and you ask for the VIP room. And the gentleman there, he's an orc fellow. He kind of points to the stairs and says, "Go in the back, first door, straight ahead." Wait, no. He looks. He stops. No, first door on the right. Um, yeah, that should be it. I think that's the one. We don't have a lot of people that come in here for this. Can I get you? And he kind of looks around the club and goes, "Most people who come here don't stay here.
Ooh.
They
It's a lot
go."
Oh,
if
really?
it's like, you know, hmm?
I don't think I know.
He probably has no idea what she means at all.
No, I think it would help if I saw the hand motions you just did, but I don't know.
I just
Snapping.
Yeah,
Snapping.
I just snapped.
That's it. I didn't know if there was another hand signal with the other hand or what.
Oh,
No?
I literally saw two fists going together. This place is weird.
You know what? Like, she puts one hand in like a circle and then has her insert into it, like that, like this that kind of place. No.
Slim just face palms.
You
She's-
Am
can't.
I seeing this?
I would say, yeah, it's very uncommon. Actually, this is a perfect opportunity. Slim, if you'd like to describe yourself.
Slim is a rather thin-looking elf. Long face, almost craggy, largest nose, pointed ears. He's wearing a heavier-looking jacket. Normal, not too different from what you see from zip gangs. Dark black hair. Can't tell if it's brown or black, but it's just that really dark color. Kind of just looking around the area. Other than that, you wouldn't pass him off as anything else than just a guy in a jacket.
A quick question about the statement you made. Are you wearing the pants to match the Zip Gang jacket?
He's probably wearing something like jeans.
Okay.
Just very casual looking pants.
No, I need clarification. Am I thinking of the right like Zip Gang jacket? You mean the one with the sharp fucking shoulders?
No, I'm thinking
Oh,
it's
boy.
more of like just a standard leather jacket. Just no spikes, no really much of anything.
Okay.
Say that, but I can't get the sharp like shoulders out of my mind now.
Okay, it might have a few studs, maybe, on the lapels.
New favorite person over here.
Oh, if you like spikes, hold on. Let me describe Pit here.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Pit, your turn.
She is very obviously a troll. Her tusks come up from her bottom teeth. And she has on one ear, her left ear is just piercings fucking everywhere. You might lose count of how many. A nose ring and a septum. And then her hair is like electric blue, shaved on one side. And down a little bit past her shoulders, there's random braids in it. She is 8 feet tall, with the orangish skin color, red eyes, and she's also wearing a similar jacket, definitely bigger, and spikes and studs and chains everywhere. She basically just it's a biker jacket, 100% a biker jacket.
So, Pit is punk rock as hell.
Yes,
How tall did you say it was again?
8 feet.
She's a troll.
I'm a troll.
Oh man.
Oh, does your troll have horns? Or do you keep
She
those
does.
kind of?
No, she has small horns. You can only really see the ones on the one on the side where it's shaved though, but they're
Okay.
not that big. It's mostly the tusks that give it away.
And
I'm
being
gonna
8
be
feet tall.
100% honest.
She seems
I've
to
been-
always have a scowl on her face.
I'll be 100% honest. I've been thinking about Pit, and I completely expected a bowler hat. Trent.
Yep.
What? No.
Make
that
that
happen.
happen.
100%.
Make it happen.
Like, I feel like that I feel like that really round out the character design. Anyway, all right. And I'd say you'd be an uncommon sight sitting there at the bar unless you've moved about the place.
No,
But the
yeah,
bar has.
yeah, I'm definitely out of uncommon because I'm actually dressed
I
kind of
don't-
nicely.
Yeah,
I don't know if he was talking about you.
I was.
Oh, okay.
You said sitting at the bar.
Yeah, we're standing.
Anyway.
Oh, I'm sitting. Look, I'm sitting at the bar.
Okay. Ghost, if you want to give a brief description of yourself, sir.
Yeah, you see, like like a man in his like 30s or so, early 30s. He's got a black hair, a goatee. He's dressed rather nicely in like a suit and tie, proper like, and he is muttering something that sounds a little like "Let's see, de cologne." in clearly French. As he looks over at you guys.
Hmm.
What are you
Alright.
doing here?
Well, you obviously have a hot date later. I don't think that's any of your business. And Slim very aggressively sits down on one of the stools facing him.
He's on the other side of the bar.
No, I mean, I'm sitting looking like I'm looking
Oh.
at you from a stool.
I have a meeting.
All right. I turn and kind of turn my attention to the barkeep. Could I have a small vodka, please?
Like a shot or a single, double?
I don't think you understand what he means by small vodka.
Smallest you got.
Okay, so a shot. He turns around, and he just grabs it real quick, brings it to you, gives it to you. And he's like, it'd be like fucking 4 or 5 new yen.
Okay. I pay.
If that.
Guinness.
I pay the man.
You got Guinness.
No, we don't. We have
Fucking
mostly American beers actually.
Oh, fuck that.
A variety of lights.
You got like just whiskey.
Yes, we do actually.
I'll take some of that.
Irish or Scottish?
Oh no, that's a question.
Yeah.
Irish.
All right. Turns back. Single, double.
The biggest you got.
Turns for seconds. You see him grab. It's a highball glass that you put like a Jack and Coke in, and he fills it up like 3/4 of the way with fucking whiskey. Turns out he's like 15 new yen, I think.
Question mark?
What
Way too much.
you measure it by the half ounce. Well, no, a shot is 1.5 ounces, so you measure it by 1.5. A highball glass is 8, so it's like 5 shots roughly.
That's
Should have
fine.
just gave her the picture.
All right. But yeah, he points to the back, says, VIP room back there. Take the steps, go to the right. They should be in there waiting for you. And he turns and looks at you guys, and he's, "Look, you're an odd-looking one too. Yeah, VIP room's in the back. I'm just gonna assume that's what you're here for."
Yeah, but first, give me a Yukon Jack.
Yukon Jack, okay.
Oh what?
He
Would
turns
not
his-
understand.
Starts getting to work with it and everything. He turns back, gives it to you. He's like, 6 new yen.
All right, I kind of just like flip it over to him.
Yeah, it's all digital currency.
Oh, it's all digital.
Yeah,
Okay.
all new yen
Yeah,
is
like
digital.
Yeah, that's fair. All right then. Yeah, just kind of tap on my
Whatever the fuck
Yeah,
device
that's
we're
it,
using.
whatever.
It'd be the data stick or cash
yeah,
stick.
data stick or
No,
whatever. Cred
you don't
stick.
have to. That's for like if you want to store vast amounts or pay a large amount.
Okay.
You can literally with your comlink just tap
Okay. Yeah.
and transfer the amount.
All right. I'll just transfer them
Yeah.
out with my comlink then.
No problem.
Where's my
Alright,
new yen?
We'll keep going in order. Ironstein, you were the next one to arrive, pulling up on your motorcycle.
Sweet.
There's not that many cars parked outside. There's a couple of them.
There is another motorcycle.
Oh, you guys did not ride in a single vehicle. Or did you, and you put Slim on the back?
No, we came in separate cars.
Okay.
You know,
I mean,
you
I'm
have
just
a sidecar just for him.
He's not going to ride in the front like a little kid. Holds on to the handlebars.
Hold on to my handlebar. What?
I mean.
To be honest, that would be optimal, especially
Your
if somebody
handlebar?
needs.
Wait. I
Question
want to
mark?
unpack this one for a second.
How about no?
Handlebar. Why is it singular?
I said handlebars.
No, you did not put that. That was
No,
the
you
softest
definitely
S I've ever
said-
heard in my life.
Yeah, you definitely said handlebar.
What was the softest? Anyway, yeah, you see, probably actually kind of out of place looking because there's probably like one car on the street and it's some cheap, horrible, horrible cheap import.
It's not mine, is it? Probably is.
No, you actually you drive a pretty nice car. I think out of everyone here, you have the most expensive vehicle.
Oh, that was a terrible idea. It's gonna get totaled.
Listen, I had to find
Oh,
a way to
totally.
spend your money.
So you're getting a car, damn it.
More guns, always.
Listen, there's only so much shit I can give you. Anyway, yeah, you pull up. There's a bike and a car outside. No, a van. Excuse me, it's a van. Park, one directly in front of the other. Who led? Was it Pitt that led? Like she's the lead. She's point.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I just want to know. Okay. But yeah, you head inside. You're taking your backpack with you, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. You never know. But yeah, you get inside. Bartender looks up. He's like, "That's 4." He kind of shouts because everyone else who's there looks unconscious. It's a little concerning, but you're familiar with it. You know, you've been that way before. He kind of just shouts in the back.
Thank you.
Appreciates it.
And there's a set of stairs. You probably actually see a troll and an elf heading up that way, with a human behind in tow, heading up the stairs. Webb and Rebel will say you two get there at the same time. Then once you two get in there, we'll have the last 3 people describe themselves. All right. Webb, you're getting there and you're walking the door. It's a decent walk from your house if you walked, or did you get a ride?
I think I would have gotten a ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
And remind me, never mind, I'll look it up real quick. Wilson. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make sure, because would the bartender, since this is a familiar place of yours, would the bartender know you by your real name, or would he know you by your handle?
I'd say if it was longer than 2 or 3 years, I'd say my real name.
Yeah, you've probably been going there for 2 or so years. It's a good Friday night.
Okay.
They have a great dance floor, great games because with it being virtual, you can play any game.
Yep.
They have all the retro shit that you love. All right. Big Wilson, I got your sandwich here, buddy. You here for yourself or you here for business? Because I've got a lot of weird people here today, and I'm a little uncomfortable now.
Yeah, it's okay. A little bit of both.
Okay.
I'll enjoy the sandwich first, of course, because you can't think on an empty stomach. Thanks.
No problem. Room's in the back. You know where it is.
Yeah.
And,
Thanks.
Rebel, you're probably just a few feet behind him, honestly, and you hear the bartender talking to him. Very obviously very familiar with each other. You're not as familiar with the area. You only moved to Seattle, well, to the Metroplex. Not even proper Seattle, the Metroplex, a year or so ago. So it's still decently new. You try to stay to your neighborhood. So this is actually probably like your 3rd or 4th time actually going downtown.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm gonna bust out my step stool, hop on the stool next to him, and order a beer real quick. And like, hey, where's the VIP room?
They have a variety of chairs that are a dwarven height. You're 4 foot. It's nothing hard.
Yeah, but sometimes you need a little help, and
Understand?
I realize that. Plus, it's a lot more comical when someone busts out a step stool in a club.
Yeah, understandable. He's like, which one do you want? And he kind of points to the tap,
Yes.
and there's Budweiser, Bud Light, Coors, all the really cheap, not that good beer. There's a tap that's like PBR, but it's used quite often because everyone's a fucking hipster in the sixth world.
Yeah, give me all but that PBR.
One of each.
Yeah.
I can't give you that many at once. I can give you like 2.
Okay.
Which I'll just give you 2. He just grabs 2 glasses, sets them over. He's like, 4 new yen. You pay the money, no problem. He says, we don't get many dwarves in here. Are you here for work?
Well, yeah. I'm not really here to be social.
I can sense that. It's
So,
uncomfortable.
where's
In
the
the
room?
back. Take the
Thanks.
stairs, go to the right.
I'm gonna take my 2 beers and set them down next to me, grab my step stool, and take my 2 beers up to the VIP room.
Okay. So everyone else is in there. All except for Webb. Sorry, get the names mixed up. So in there, you guys. It's an odd assortment of people. There's in the center of the room. There's a coffee table, and then against it there's a nice black leather sofa, and there's another one across from it, and then like 2 armchairs on the sides flanking it. Really nice, high quality stuff. There's like a mini bar in there, not like a cheap, crappy mini bar, but it's an actual bar. Just
Smaller.
doesn't have 65 different bottles. It has like 5, and they're the ones kept in the nice crystal carafes. It has nice crystal glasses, like that. High quality, fancy shit. The good shit's here. And in there you see a tall-looking human man, very neat, close haircut, slicked back, dark hair. Sitting to the left of him in the sofa, there's an orc woman. They're both wearing very nice black suits. He has a red tie. She does not have a tie at all. She sits kind of with her legs crossed, and he's lounged back, arm on the backs of the sofa. Looks like he's been waiting for a little bit for you. She has a very long hair, very short, neat tusks, no horns, a lighter green complexion than common. Her hair is kept in a very neat French braid down the back. But she's sitting up and she's very attentive, like she's watching you guys. He looks and he quickly counts. He's like, "There's one missing. Can one of you run out to the bar, see if he's arrived, and bring him in here, please?"
I'm not gonna do it. I was already late with my short legs.
You need someone to literally carry him in.
No, you don't have to literally carry him in,
I might wanna.
but I like that.
Oh, who am I grabbing?
Probably the dude with
I
the
don't know
sandwich.
his name. I believe he's the Decker. So he's probably going to look kind of odd.
Oh,
He's
so
probably
so look like a nerd. Got it.
he's probably the only conscious one out there.
There's some oddball eating a sandwich out there.
Well, I'll get him.
Grabs the wrong person.
Yeah.
brings an unconscious body. Is this him?
And I started going after everyone who's short.
There's like 4 people tossed to the side out there.
To me, everyone's short. Don't tell me to go after a short person.
I'm like
fact.
half your height, man. That's why I
Fun
got
fact
the step stool.
For everyone who does not know, when you are in VR, you are 100% unconscious. You do not feel what happens to your body. You do not smell. You do not hear. You only take damage.
Damn.
By the way,
That gives
Suddenly
me
I
some ideas
heard.
for later. I have a.
That's why we have to be darn careful then.
yeah, you
Fuck
need to be hiding somewhere or have a good friend.
And y'all, if y'all go and move my body while I'm in goddamn astral space,
I will.
fucking murder you
Oh.
all.
I will do
It's-
it.
I won't move you. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna tie
and
your
then I'm
shoelaces
dead
together.
because
Wait.
I could get lost and screwed.
But say here's the thing: for magic users or full mages like Ghost is, you can get lost in the astral space and then you will die.
I don't wanna know these things.
What the fuck was that?
Well, see that's where the separation comes between like character knowledge and player knowledge, Laura.
No, but
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know these things.
Okay.
Well,
Like,
too late.
that's-
He mentioned
Alright.
murdering us, and he had to give a particularly good reason why.
Anyway,
So he did
anyway,
it.
getting back to topic, Ty. Getting back to topic, staying centered. Um,
I go back out to the bar and see who the fuck
Yeah.
anyone that's
there
cautious.
is actually Ty. If you want to describe yourself now,
Okay.
and then we'll say Lord's.
Black hair, it's kind of in a fro, kind of like short, wiry black hair. Dark beard that's kind of long, I would say at least 4 inches at least. I have sunglasses that I wear pretty much all the time, and wearing a suit, but I have comfortable shoes so that I can actually walk places and not feel like I'm walking on stilts like an idiot.
So if I hear this right, you just described a hipster who wears sneakers with his business suit.
Not quite sneakers, just comfortable like nice shoes. I'm not wearing like Nikes or Reeboks here.
Skechers, guys. Skechers.
Please tell me.
Not either.
Based on that description, yeah, she's not even gonna ask. She's just going to literally go up to him and like scoop him up like under her arm, like, by the waist, let him grab a sandwich, and then literally just carry him to the VIP room.
That's a sack of potatoes right there.
Okay. I'm
This
not
is
gonna have you roll a
noble.
check. I'm not gonna have you check anything for strength because I guarantee you can lift his ass.
Yeah.
What I'm more interested in is how do you respond to being snatched up by this odd-looking troll?
Well, I'd ask her nicely to put me down, and I can walk like a normal person. I'm not as if I'm 5.
I'm sure you can walk. This is more fun.
Nobody said anything about fun.
I did.
Well, yeah, that's because I don't know you and you just got here.
Pit.
Okay. Pitt, I'm Webb. Are you going to put me down or what?
Once we get up to the VIP room here. Got your sandwich.
Literally
Yeah,
did
I
not
got it.
resist at all.
Alright.
I really wanted him just to throw a punch or something just to see, but no, it's cool. It's probably better this way, honestly. All right, so you get him back in there.
She's just casually carrying him up there. She does actually set him down gently. She doesn't like throw him.
Like you set him on the ground standing, or do you put him in a seat? Because there's plenty of empty seats available.
I'm just set him like standing. So he
Okay.
can choose where the fuck he wants to sit.
Set him
Then I go
down.
and find Slim and sit near him.
Set him
Feet up
down.
on the
Dust his
coffee
shoulders
table.
off.
Yep.
And the Johnson, he sees you walk in, literally carrying this grown man under your arm. He kind of starts laughing and smiling. He claps his hands. And he's like, "I like you. I like you a lot. You're gonna do well."
I love me too.
All right. He says, "Now that we have everyone here, I am Mr. Johnson, and this is my associate, Mrs. Johnson. It's a family name."
Fuck. What?
I was gonna say you make a lovely couple.
Oh no, we're brothers and sisters. I understand. It's a common misconception.
Then maybe go with like Mace instead of Macy's.
This is awkward.
What about her husband?
You married another Johnson?
No, she kept her
How
last
many
name.
Johnsons are there?
This is the sixth world. A woman can take whatever name she chooses, sir.
That's fair.
I understand you're an elf and you've long in the tooth, probably.
Slim just kind of checks his teeth surreptitiously.
You just called your old.
Anyway, down to business.
Yes. Let's get down to these.
I need you guys,
To defeat the Huns. Sorry.
if you want,
Thank you.
I need you guys to do at least one of the three things I'm going to ask.
I'm in.
All right.
I think that went
I
without
have.
saying. Thank you.
I need you. I need you to find someone, get me what they took from me, and bring them to me. Now, a little more backstory on that. So, if anyone's not interested on the details, you can stop listening now. You've heard the portion that you need.
I would like to hear all the details.
including the
Yeah.
pay.
Pit literally just puts her headphones on.
Details are nice.
I like her. Simple. She follows directions. I love it.
You say so, mate.
That may be.
No, you're fine,
I'm
honey.
the
You're fine.
professional.
So, I work for an organization that will go unnamed currently. We had some research being done by an independent third party member. About 3 days ago, they disappeared. They did not show up to work. And data that we have from the research is gone. And the prototype they built is gone. This is the only prototype we have of this item, or it wouldn't be an issue. So this is what I need you to do. You need to locate them. You need to get me my stolen data. You need to get me my stolen property. And if you could, I'd like you to bring the researcher back to me, alive. He doesn't have to be
So,
conscious, but alive.
can he be named?
He can be missing a leg. I'd be fine with that. He can still work with a leg missing. I can fix that.
And he's less likely to run away.
For
dig
some
it.
reason, I heard that is named.
I heard naped. Not gonna lie.
What can you tell me about this researcher? Where can we possibly find him?
I like
Uh,
What up?
The researcher's name is Omar Siddiqui. He is an elven man. He's still young. He's in his 90s. Tall, very slender build, sandy blonde. If I remember correctly, because I didn't work hand in hand with him, he was in a different department, you see. I believe he kept his hair pretty short on the sides. He kept it kind of slicked back, similar to mine, but closer, like shorter. And the last time the last address we have for him was the Redmond Barrens. We'd have a car come pick him up every morning and then drop him off every night.
Where within the Barrens?
I don't know. I could maybe find that information for you, but that's also part of why I hired you, because this is an embarrassing situation. Only my department and the research department knows about this, and we'd like to keep it that way, because I'm sure you all understand, every corporation has more ears than it needs.
Of course.
Right.
So this researcher, Mr. Siddiqui, is
Yes.
he a robotics expert primarily, or a matrix expert, or programming expert primarily?
None of the above. His specialization was ballistics.
Oh,
We have a very special contract with many entities that are looking forward to what we're working on here.
I got you. Okay.
This prototype that he built, is it something we're going to have to worry about?
Exploding, I believe the term this gentleman is looking for.
More than that, can a human carry it? Can our
yes.
friend carry it?
If an elf can carry it, a human could carry it, and I assume the troll could carry it.
So it is.
It's man carried.
It is about the size of a bread box or bigger.
What was that word? I'm sorry.
A
A
bread
what
box?
box?
A computer? Bigger? Smaller? Bigger than assault rifle?
I would say it's
Give me an
somewhere
idea.
between somewhere between a missile launcher and a pistol.
Okay, so it's not larger than a missile launcher. Okay, I
The
need to know
exact
so that
details.
that we can plan to transport this.
You never did tell us if it was going to be dangerous.
Well, all weapons are dangerous. I
I
mean,
I don't think
Well,
he
it's a
would have
weapon,
called
not
us
a
here.
prototype.
They were easy.
by itself, no. I don't know if Omar will turn and attempt to use it. I will
Mhm.
tell you that previous tests have not been successful.
Great. So now we might be looking at a half a neighborhood full of parts if everybody f's it up.
I
I
cannot
actually have a good plan for this.
I cannot guarantee his safety if he turns on us. I cannot speak for Pitt. She might kill him if he does that. And then you'll only get his research.
I completely understand. That's why, if you can, I would like you to bring the researcher to me alive. Though he was a bit timid, so him doing this is odd. So,
Are you sure that he did this voluntarily?
oh, I have no idea about that.
I see. If he did, do you know who he might have sold it to, or if he did not, who might have taken them?
Pick a AAA.
Aye.
So all of them.
Triple A's involved.
Any of them. Well,
Ben.
I'll let you take a guess as to who I am. Who I represent.
I prefer not to, thank you.
I
I think
More
we'll all work
anonymity
better
is better.
together. Exactly. I like him too. He's smart.
I'm gonna put my headphones in. I'll get what I need.
Have you checked his
So-
financial records?
No, he nothing serious has happened over the past few days since his disappearance. The usual stuff. He's gotten coffee at a place in the Redmond Barrens. But other than that, nothing really. Coffee 2 or 3 times a day. Different coffee shops amongst Redmond Barrens. The only
Is
other
Habit?
off
Do you have any that are regular visits for him?
there is one. I believe it's called the Java Bean. He's been there 2 or 3 times.
Same time, different times, approximate.
No, he went there 3 times in one day. Every 4 or 5 hours he'd go. It looks like he's not sleeping, but he does have a bit of an addiction.
To
Long haul.
Fuck.
It's all right. It helps you work longer, you know. It's a way of him getting more stuff done sooner.
Would I
Anyway.
know what
I
that
am not
is?
aware.
so
Considering-
he's sleep
Most
deprived.
of you, most of you would know what long haul is. It's a very common. It's actually 100% legal drug to have. It's essentially a super caffeine pill. When you take it, you cannot sleep for 72 hours after taking it. At the 72-hour mark, you have to make the save for it to see if you can actually go to sleep, or you can take another dose and extend it to another 48 hours.
I mean, I'm
So this
carrying
guy's
a whole
probably
dose of it
dosed
right
up
now,
right
but-
now.
It's good. It's most commonly used in the military,
Yeah.
and for like transportation people, like people who drive trucks cross country.
I might have to
So that'd
change
be
my plan, but I'm
really
still
good
doing.
for truckers.
I'd
Yeah.
probably pop those like breath mints.
Exactly.
Probably all have,
So-
to be honest.
So do we
It's
have?
pretty common for runners to use it too.
Yeah.
Does
especially on
anybody
big
here
jobs.
know the chemical counteractant to long haul, if one exists?
Probably Narcojet.
You carrying that with you?
Yeah,
Okay.
with injection arrows.
Anyway. All right.
With a blow
back-
to the head, the back of the head. If it's hard enough, it should knock him out.
Yeah, I figured we would counteract with chemicals first and then with force.
We prefer
I,
that he.
Runners.
I actually
Runners.
have all these covered.
Runners.
I have a great idea, guys. I'm feeling.
Listen, now is not the time to discuss. Maybe
Yes,
we should listen
let's-
to Mr. Johnson. Monsieur Johnson.
All right. Last bit. here. We are prepared to pay you 3,500 new yen per runner for the successful completion of this. That means bring me back my data and the prototype. Granted, if the prototype is destroyed, but you can bring me back as much as you can, along with the data, I might be able to still give you 3,000 if the prototype is damaged. Now, as a personal
How
favor,
damn.
Dang, no, that is very, very low. Is that the best you can do?
make me a negotiation check.
At this point, Pitt just kind of glances to Slim, like, "Do you think?"
Do you have negotiation?
No, I don't.
All right, so if you look in your active skill section, it's going to say default.
Yeah, default of skill.
Change it from agility to charisma and then social, excuse me.
Social.
Yep.
All right.
Charisma, social.
Modifiers.
0.
All right. 1.
Yep. No. He kind of looks like, this is your first job with us. And he looks like, and I don't have much about you that I can find.
But of
At least,
course.
not that I could find.
Of course, I'm sure you need to take your cut.
So 3,500. If my prototype is damaged or destroyed, 3,000. And I'll tell you what, if you bring the researcher to me, I'll throw an extra 500 in. But he has to be alive. And he has to have his arms. And he stops for a second. He's like, I'm serious. He has to have his arms. I don't give a shit about the legs. He has to have his arms.
Okay, so
About gives me
obviously
some room.
he's the only one who ever worked on this prototype or has the knowledge to make it reproduce it or make it not work. Obviously.
Do you say that out loud?
Well, I was half thinking it. So
But did you say it
I-
out loud, though?
I can phrase that as a question. I'm just wondering. He may not know. He may be unwilling to tell me. I'm just curious.
It's not so much about him working, because we have the research. We just need to get it to work.
Okay.
It's more about his overall skill itself.
Hmm.
He could live in corporate housing if he wanted, free of charge. But he chooses not to. I mean, there's any number of AAA, even AA corporations take him. I'll be honest with you there. I think that he left of his own volition and is hiding out in his home, probably talking to a broker of some kind to sell the information.
Okay.
Speaking of brokers.
I'm sorry. Side note, I misspoke.
Yeah.
He's going to give you an extra 2,000 if you bring him the researcher. I misread my notes.
Okay.
Okay, that is much better. Listen. Speaking of brokers, where do you want us to bring him, and for the payment? Can you He kind of like snaps his fingers as he's trying to think of the words. Can we arrange for a fixer to hold the money, or in like an escrow account?
No.
So that way you are protected as well.
Oh no,
Did anything go wrong?
I'm protected by the corporate council, by the court.
I understand that, but
I'll be okay.
it is in
I'll tell you what I'll
everybody's
do,
best
though.
interest.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
Just deal with it, Frenchie.
I'll
Kinda
give you
turns and
my
looks.
word.
He kind of turns and looks and says, "Yes, whatever."
With a dismissive wave of his hand.
Yeah, of course. And he's saying that not to Mr. Johnson, but to the troll.
Tell you what we'll do. I'll give you my word that you'll get your money as long as you do your job. That's the best I can do for this. You'll be fine. I'm not going to give my money just to a fixer. Each of your own fixers already got a finder's fee, a nice finder's fee. That and consider this a job interview. You do well, I'll consider you for my next run.
And speaking of expenses,
Those are your own.
pay half upfront for expenses.
At this
It's
point,
pretty standard.
Um,
No?
I'll tell you what. Make me another negotiation check.
Let the face talk. Oh my god.
at this point, Slim has just slung back his vodka and set it face down on the table. Listen,
Wait, he's made his statement. Let him make his roll.
all right, he can make his roll.
He might. No.
Yeah,
No,
that's.
he might
He might not.
Yeah, he might
That-
not. That's what that indicates.
Listen,
Slim,
The f-
I'll give you a chance to speak up now.
listen. The Frenchman does have a point. We do really need a little wiggle room financially in order to make this go off without a hitch. How about you give us each 1,000 new yen now, and an extra 1,000 new yen to the fee that we already have agreed upon later, if we can get him to you in one piece.
I'll
He
tell you
said
what
he
I'll
just
do.
needs arms.
Make me a negotiation check.
Okay.
Minus
Negotiation. Where is that?
-2.
Alright. Is that in skills? Yes.
Yeah, negotiation is a skill,
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be an active skill.
All right.
and then when it asks for modifiers, -2. He's very fed up with the negotiating. You can tell he's been bothered.
3.
Okay. No glitches though.
Yeah.
He said he had set up when Ghost kept talking and talking and talking and well, I want this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Trying to get more. He sat back now and his head's back and he's closed his eyes. He goes, I'll tell you what we can do. I'll give you 1,000 now. And I'll give you an extra 500 when the job's done. So that means for the prototype and for the prototype undamaged and my research, that's 4,000. If my prototype is damaged, that's 3,500. And if you bring me the researcher, it's a flat extra 2,000 across the board. How does that tickle you?
I find these terms acceptable. Does the rest of our associates, and I look very pointedly at the Frenchman, agree to this?
Listen,
Tickles
I
me like a
am-
feather. Let's go.
listen, I am not about to jump into anything without understanding, but this is amenable.
I have just one question before we make our plans elsewhere and out of your hair. Does Mr. Zadiki have any family?
He sits for a second and he thinks. He kind of pulls the orc in and they're whispering. And she whispers something back to him. He sits back, like, not in Seattle.
All right. May I ask where?
Cheer in a bog.
Chernobog. Thank you. And I get up
My guy's
and
gonna stand up to his full 4-foot height, grab his
4'1". 4'1". That's an important factor.
4'1". Still smaller than everybody else sitting. I'm gonna stand
but
up
you're a perfectly average dwarf.
and grab my stool and my finished drinks, and I am going to go prepare somewhere else.
Real quick, as people are on their way out, I have a quick question. Is there any physical change that would occur if I opened astral sight?
No, there's
Okay.
no.
There's no
It's
physical
more of
change.
yeah, no major physical change.
Okay.
You know,
Because I'd
you're-
like to confirm that we are not being monitored astrally.
okay. Give me an astral perception.
Astral perception is
I believe it's perception with your magic.
okay. So
I think it's instead of intuition, it's your magic or something like that.
and then it's mental.
Uh, not technically a mental skill.
So it would still be physical.
Um, let's run. Yeah, let's run with mental. Magic's
Alright,
mental. We'll
it's
go.
up to you as a GM. So
No, it's fine. It's magic's mental. We'll make that ruling
Mods?
now. 0. No mods.
4.
4. Okay. Slim, do you have any of your powers running?
I believe
Or
we
any of your
discussed.
powers active?
I believe we discussed that they are always running.
Exactly. Okay. And well, you can choose to turn them off if you really want to. It's just generally most people keep them going unless they have to turn them off.
I mean, I'd probably just keep it running if it didn't drain me at all.
No, you're fine. Rebel,
What's up?
do you have any of your abilities going, or are they inactive right now?
Combat sense, danger sense.
Okay. You don't see anyone watching you astrally, but you do sense a faint aura of magic. Actually, a faint aura of magic from Slim. But Rebel, pretty brightly lit up with what seems to be some decently strong magic.
So let's take that. Interesting. And then I'll let it go after that.
I'll
Kind of keep that to myself.
Would you be familiar with what your astral signature looks like?
Myself, probably.
Okay. It's similar to yours. It's different because he's a dwarf and he's not you, but
Yeah.
the intensity is similar.
Interesting. So he's probably a mystic adept then. Or aspected magician. Sounds like. Alright. Cool. Interesting. Well, he'll note that. It's always good to know what the capabilities of your potential crew is.
Okay. Alright. So you all Mr. Johnson stands up, holds his hand out to the door. Mrs. Johnson, the orc, comes and opens it. She says nothing to you guys as you leave. As you're exiting the door, Mr. Johnson says, "Thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing back from you." Very quickly, as the last person leaves, she very quickly slams the door, and you hear a very long, drawn-out groan.
What
I was
is
On
gonna
it?
his way out, he just says "Bonne nuit."
I was just say
Got it.
she when she said that she would contact them, Pitch kind of turns to her like, "Well, you need my number for that?" Or
No, she didn't
Yes.
say anything. Mr. Johnson, the man, said that he'd be in touch, or he can't wait to hear
she's
from you
still
guys.
going to look to Mrs. Johnson and say that.
On his way out, he'll Ghost will say, "How do we get in touch with you once the job is done?
Could you fucking?
You want to get paid?
We're gonna get paid.
Well, I'd
your
like to
first
know how to
time.
finish the job."
It's your
It's
first
fine.
No,
It's fine.
that is why.
Children,
I asked.
children. Mr. Johnson speaks up. I don't know what's going on here, but if you guys are going to work together, you need to fix this. Honestly, you need to fix this.
I will take care of it, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you. And he sends his contact information over to you.
Thank you.
I don't care what you guys do on your own time, but when you're on my time, please be a team.
But of course.
Okay.
you're
He's
so-
starting to look like when you first came in. He had, he's kind of blown up. He was very strong-willed. He's get ready for it and everything. Now he's slowly gone down a little bit. He's looking defeated during the time.
He looks like
something
really
has
deflated.
Guys, come on.
taken out of him.
Mm.
All right.
Just
All
do
right.
this, please.
You have a lovely time. For you, Pitt, the orc lady speaks up when you say this to her. She's like, I'm sorry, but you're a bit big for me.
Oof. What about me?
Phrasing.
And you're a bit small.
Oh,
Can't
Ouch.
help that.
that hurt.
No, I was calling you 8 foot tall.
Oh no, I can't really help that, so your loss.
I look the orc woman straight in the eye. You're not my type.
I wasn't asking.
All right,
Was
move
the
on.
offering.
Oh
So
my.
as you leave, slams the door. There's the groan. And if who still has it? Okay, who has audio enhancement in their earbuds?
I do.
Let me. I believe I do as well. Hold on.
You can if you have your earbuds in, I'm not going to ask you for a check. If you have your earbuds in, you can distinctly hear the sound of glasses clinking and moving as he, what seems to be, pours him a very large drink. So you guys are back downstairs on the dance floor. I assume at the bar, honestly. All right, so you have some of the details. You know who you're looking for. You know where he last. You know a place that he hangs out occasionally. Where do you want to? What do you want to? What do you want to do? Want to make a plan? You want to just go for it?
I'm gonna throw this out there. Hey guys, I have all the stuff for this at the house. We'll just meet at my place. We'll grab the stuff, and we'll go grab this son of a bitch.
No.
Didn't bring it with you.
No, we will not.
Well, I didn't bring this stuff because it's like non-lethal.
Listen. Do you not want to know if there is a AAA involved? He certainly implied.
No, I want to do
I
it my
do-
way.
Because that may mean additional opposition.
Are you buying my stuff, or can I just use my stuff?
Real quick. Take a quick 5-minute break.
Sure.
We'll be back here in let's say 9:25.
Wait, what?
Alrighty.
He means
5-minute break.
8:23 according to me.
Probably a bathroom break.
Here, just
Different time
go-
zones.
go to the 30. Go to the 30. If you're on
Whoa!
the East Coast, the 9th, it's 9. If you're on the East Coast, it's 9:30. If you're in the Midwest, it's 8:30. Cool.
That's like 12 minutes.
There you go,
Nice.
Cody. You might be able to squeeze one out. All right, we will be back shortly. Thank you for sticking around.
Okay.
And I have no hold music, so we'll be right back after these messages. And after I use the
I'm
bathroom.
gonna sing the Doom song now.
We were gonna roleplay while we were talking.
I really have to pee, so.
Everyone's
This
drinking
is-
at the
I assume
bar.
that it was a bathroom break, given the immediacy and urgency. I think that's it. Whatever, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it gives me a chance to let dogs out, so I'll be back.
I'm
So
just being
you're the
professional.
bastard that did that.
Were we talking to me? I probably did do it. I
Let
just.
the dogs out. We finally found out.
Oh, yeah.
and
Yeah, that was me.
it only took like what, 15 years?
Something,
Yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
All right.
Just
I'm
wait
not
till you
using
guys
the
find out
bathroom.
about my milkshakes.
They bring all the boys to the yard.
Yeah, I'm right.
No, that's my milkshake.
Oh my.
19 years. I looked it up.
Oh goddamn old.
Who? What? Oh.
And we all know it still wasn't Shaggy. Didn't that come out? That song came out around that time too, didn't it?
What time?
Which song?
It
Wasn't me.
By Shaggy.
I don't know.
Look it up.
Random facts, the more you know.
Same year.
Called it. A distinct memory of sitting in going on LimeWire to get that song, to listen to those songs with a friend of mine from Hebrew school.
And then
Hebrew
listen
school?
to it the next day.
Yeah, it took us like 2 hours to download 2 songs.
Good
Wait,
old
wait.
LimeWire.
Wait, it took you 2 hours? I download like
It's
3 or
called
4
dial-up.
songs. Over 8.
Well, first off, Trent, your internet sucks major cock.
It does. It really does. It was worse back then too.
Not just minor, major.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like the most you could do in a single day.
Let's see. It was 26.6 kilobits per second. 0.4 kilobits too slow to be able to run Skype.
Oof.
I remember.
You said
sitting
24.
Yeah. Something like
I
that.
remember in about 2011 sitting in, or not 2011, in 2001-ish, sitting in my den on a computer running Windows XP on, I think it was Napster at the time, downloading Gundam Wing videos because me and my friends were into that from Toonami back in the day.
God, I missed Toonami.
It's on.
I don't
It's
have
just not
It
good.
is.
What
It's
is
just not
cable?
as good. Dude, just download it all or get a Crunchyroll account. You're better off anyway. Well, no, they're not so much because my Crunchyroll account got hacked and they locked me out of it, and Crunchyroll won't get back to me.
Oof. That's bad.
Yeah, at least I got the $84 back that they charged my card.
Well, that's
Oh, that's
good.
good.
That's helpful.
Well, yeah, it's not that hard. You just call and say, hey, this is a fraudulent charge.
Yeah.
Especially when you make your monthly payment earlier in the month, and then you get another $84 charge. The
Mhm.
bank's like, yeah, that's not right.
But by the way, this is cyberspace.
What is...
Ooh.
Okay.
What?
You don't need a whole lot of room when everyone who is there is on the internet.
Okay, so
Fair.
this is a whole club.
Yeah, you guys were back there.
Okay.
Boop, boop. We're not. I mean, we can start back as soon as Pitt gets back. Is anyone else gone right now?
If you're not here, say hi.
Hi.
That reminds me, Craig,
Hey.
you never got a chance to describe your character, and I apologize. You want to give us a
That's
brief
okay.
description of how Ironsides looks?
He kind of sinks into the background anyway. Pretty nondescript. He's like the most standout feature is that he's got like really, really blonde hair and blue eyes. Everything else is just basic bitch human.
Which is useful. Very, very useful.
Hey, one of your fellow players may resemble that.
Ty, are you very blonde?
No, I said he's a basic bitch human.
Oh.
And it's like his extremely basic, bland, vanilla as far as that. I mean,
No, it's
I
not
have-
vanilla. It's pumpkin spice.
and
Let's be
glass.
accurate with this.
Pumpkin spice
Thank
is
you.
good, but only when it's in a pie. It's about fucking it.
You're damn right. It only belongs in a goddamn pie, and that's it. Not some fucking latte.
I'll be honest with you. Pumpkin spice cookies, the bomb.
Okay,
I'll accept
give you
this.
that one.
Yeah.
They are pretty good. But not in a freaking latte. The closest I'll get is salted caramel.
Even touch coffee. More of a
I
tea
don't drink
person.
coffee anymore. The only time I drink caffeine anymore is energy drinks. Like tonight when I need to actually stay up late.
Mhm.
I just don't
Because normally I would be in bed in 30 minutes.
my anger. That's
And I
fine.
don't normally go to bed for like another 3 hours.
Same.
Well, I'm on the East Coast, so it's like.
We are
9:30
too.
already.
Same.
Yeah, I don't go. Well, I have to get to work at like 8 a.m. So that's an hour
Same.
drive.
6.
And this is why you have long haul.
Cody's in the Marine Corps. I was in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, I feel you.
What do you do? Run off hate, discontent. That's about it. Ah,
That's the entire military. That's great.
Fun fact: if anyone ever wants one, you need to order these energy drinks. Since we're talking about them from Thailand, they're called Carabao. Carabao, translated from Thai, means Red Bull. It's not Red Bull. Let me tell you that right now, because it comes in this little like 4-ounce can, itty bitty little green can. It will fuck your world.
I believe it.
I bought a
Make
sixer
some
of
good
those.
shit there.
I bought a sixer of those off the fucking Afghan police. I drank one. I thought I was gonna die.
Wow.
That would probably destroy my heart then. As an overweight man with heart disease in the family, I am very careful about what energy drinks I consume.
Part of me wants to try this now.
Yeah, I would love to try that. You know what the craziest thing I had was recently? I found energy drink flavored gummy candy in a Japanese market.
Right, because you get energy drinks for the flavor.
Hey,
Exactly.
I'll tell you what.
It was a Dragon Ball, but it came in like the shape of a Dragon Ball, so I kind of had to get it.
Yeah.
And it had the Dragon Ball Super Broly on it, so I'm like, let's get this shit. Let's see how it is. I didn't even know it was energy drink flavored until I tasted it. And I'm like, oh my god, this tastes like shitty Monster, or no, even worse, shittier Red Bull. And I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever because it tastes like shittier Red Bull. Because it's just, I don't care. I think that's hilarious, and I'm going to love it for that.
Okay.
I'm back.
Yay!
Listen,
I have ice cream.
you'll soon find I'm one crazy motherfucker.
I would have never guessed.
Ice cream! Yay!
That-
I have root beer.
that does sound pretty good. We'll go get some
If you want to get an idea of how crazy I was, I went to school for physics.
I miss HIMARS.
No idea what that
HIMARS
is.
was fun. HIMARS is a surface-to-surface truck-mounted rocket system.
Nice. I like it
It
already.
fires telephone pole-sized rockets.
Jesus Christ.
You guys remember that you were both Marines. I don't know if you remember the Fire Scout, the helicopter drone through the Navy.
The what, Scout?
The Fire Scout. It was an old drone that the Navy used to use.
What kind of drone is it? Is it a...
Helicopter. Heli drone.
No, we don't use those.
He
Well,
definitely
Well, I
does,
actually
maybe.
worked on their moving target indication systems as an intern.
Pretty neat.
Wow.
Nice. So you would be
Oh,
our
yeah.
Mr. Zadiki.
No, God, no. I basically got paid to sit there and dick around all day. It was amazing. Me and my friend just played fucking video games.
Sounds like my
I
current
made like
job.
$20 an hour. Played
sounds
video games all day and then did a little bit of math. Just like every single other engineer known to man.
Welcome to the Marine Corps.
I went into
No.
the wrong field.
That's a serious statement. I'm being 100% serious with that.
What my cousin has told me, my cousin was a Marine as well back in the early 2000s. Left around 2010.
No,
He's got nothing on the Marine
Family
Corps.
hardship issue.
I,
He provided for his family, so he left so that they let him out so he could provide for his parents and fiance.
understandable.
He's a better man than I am.
It's I.
My cousin's a colonel in the army, or he was. Now he works for NATO in the State Department.
Very nice.
Damn.
All right,
Okay.
let's
Metric tons of fun.
let's get back in.
Money.
You guys are
Yeah, metric tons of money, metric tons of new yen.
you guys are getting back in now. You guys are standing in cyberspace club. Recently, Rebel has said, "Let's head back to my place. We can plan there, and I got a shit ton of equipment that we can use."
Got a bunch of new toys. I want to try them out, and they're perfect for this.
I have some toys you can try out.
Listen, I do not think we should do anything without understanding what we are getting into.
We have
We
Guy.
need to know.
We need to take Guy, take Thing, bring back to
Yes,
other
and
Guy.
who might be standing in our way?
We'll
Doesn't
figure out
matter.
when we
I
get
have a
there.
thing for that.
He looks over at.
We have a me for that.
You may have a you, but what if there are all sorts of stuff that even you might take pause at. What if there is a corp from say Seder Crop? What if there is a dragon involved? You do not know. We should know.
I have a thing for that too.
No,
Oh, she cracks her
I
knuckles.
do actually.
Oh, and you have something to take out the dragon?
Yeah.
What would that be?
Grenade launchers and commercial grade explosives.
Side, how old is Rebel?
75.
Yeah, you would know. You'd been alive at the time. Dunkelzahn. I believe that's the name of the dragon.
Dunkelzahn, yeah.
Was that the American president or the German?
Yeah, that person. That's the German. That's the American one.
I'm looking for the
German one is.
I'm looking for the first dragon. He came out over Germany. I can't remember his name.
I used to know this.
It doesn't. The name doesn't matter, honestly. Anyway, the first dragon to appear, first great dragon to appear, immediately started terrorizing the German. Because his name means fire, and he immediately started burning down German towns. He took over the entire country of Germany, basically, in about 3 days.
Easy, Hitler. No.
When they took him down, it took the combined armies of 2 dragons and like 3 countries.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about
your grenade launcher is inadequate.
You're telling me there's going to be a dragon hiding in a hotel?
You'll never know.
I think we kind of do.
Dragon,
I'm going to go out on a limb. And it's not going to be very tall, it's kind of short. I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's not going to be a dragon.
No, but there may be one behind it. And that could be
Slim,
just as bad.
please talk some sense into this fucking Frenchie. Knock him up so good.
So, gentlemen, let's talk about this. First of all, we need a way to be able to contact each other. So, and I send them one of my burner phone numbers. You can reach me at this number. Second, we have to be able to work together. This is not working together. Obviously, we need to have contingencies. I highly doubt that we're going to have to deal with dragons, but we're probably going to have to deal with a lot of people with guns and or magic, because AAA companies always have a lot of those.
Suggestion?
I can confirm that.
I have about 20 flashbang grenades.
That's cute.
And they probably work pretty good inside of hotel rooms.
Listen, conventional arms will not always be sufficient.
Okay, I have a bow. That's pretty unconventional.
That is not what I mean.
Slim,
You have to work with me here, man.
Slim.
I understand there is a time and a place, but information is just as important.
Gentlemen, we
All
are
right,
wasting
I'll let you
time.
go get some information. I'm gonna go do this thing.
And as a note to all of you, the Johnson did not give you a timeline, but probably sooner the better.
Yeah.
Just because the sooner that the information's out there, the more people who can get a hold of it likely, and the farther away Omar can get.
Well,
40 years
while we're
later.
dinking around, he's busy negotiating or meeting someone or who knows what else. So yeah.
And
I
what
put.
if that is Go ahead.
I've waved my hand to silence the Frenchman. You, I point to Webb.
Yeah.
Can you get into security cameras?
Yeah, sure.
See if you can you get into them from here.
That
Where you are, because you are in the downtown Metroplex area of Seattle right now. The Red Barons are on the outskirts. You could do it. it would take a while and would be very hard. You could do it.
Right, because I forget the amount of distance, but that would be a heck of a lot of noise to have to contend as well.
It's like a hour and a half minimum drive to the Redmond Barrens, and that's like speeding with no traffic.
Wow. Okay.
It's out there.
All right. So,
Well, as long as if we're not camping there, maybe they won't really expect me.
all right. So, we go to the Red Barrens. I point to the dwarf. I didn't catch your name.
Rebel.
You can call me Slim. All right. Rebel, you get your stuff and we find some place near the Red Barrens. Frenchie over here, he gets his house in order. We get Webb over here. I think that's your name.
Yep.
And we go over to the Red Barrens. He finds us, tries to track him on the security cameras in there because there's security cameras everywhere. And then we see if there's anyone following him, and then we check on him. All right.
I would also like to know who Monsieur Johnson is. You never know if he may flag us.
Have you
Cross that
seen-
bridge when we come to it?
Don't do that.
Have you seen the enormous troll behind me?
I have. That does not mean he may not show up with 5 men rocket launchers.
He shows up with 5 guys with rocket launchers. I want one of them.
Okay, so
It is money. He gets to. If we die, he gets to keep it.
Shut
Oh,
up.
Actually, I had a thing for this, and I stabbed the French guy.
you what now?
What?
Are you serious?
Back up.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, if he wants to do that, I will just stun him.
Well, we got some stuff we got to resolve first. Cody, are you sure that's what you want to do?
Well, I mean, you did put this quirk in my guy. So,
Well,
yeah.
We have some stuff we need to resolve for that too, though. Let me take a look at that because I know what you're talking about.
This is not my fault. This is definitely a thing.
It's not you, it's me. Legitimately. Okay.
I mean,
All right, make me a composure test.
uh,
It's in the stats block. It says composure.
Attributes right below Astral Initiative.
oh,
You
this
had your
one.
2 logic. It's on the left-hand side. That box in the middle of the page says composure. There's a 4 beside it.
Yeah, where-
You
Oh,
got
there it is.
Oh no.
So you failed your composure test. So that's what you want to do? You want to try and narcojet your ally?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's like the most non-lethal thing I can do. So, yeah.
Okay, give me a second.
Oh, shit, that's not it.
You don't. Okay. Alright. Alright, give me a second. Find the fucking.
But also, just so you guys don't think I'm making it up, that's why.
Okay, that's helpful.
Fuck, I think.
I basically have that without having that.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So make me a melee attack. Just use killing hand.
Okay.
This is just to see if he can even hit our friend here.
You know I
but
got that
I assume it's opposed.
whole
I will give you a code.
add-ins.
Just click killing hands. It's under melee weapons.
Does anybody factor in my add?
Yes. The only thing that your adept thing does for it is it allows you to choose between physical or stunning damage.
Oh, okay.
That's 5. Roll me a defense.
That would be.
You can click, I believe, the shield by your primary armor.
Yeah, no, that fails. Pretty hard.
All right, so you hit. So it's gonna go in. Give me a second. Gotta find a fucking rule on this now. For the roll. Sorry, I didn't expect this to happen immediately.
It's your fault.
All right, body and willpower.
Body and will.
Bottom.
How do I do that sort of check?
You can just type / or you can hit the D6 button at the top of your page, and it should ask you how many.
Okay, D6. So body and willpower is 8. I assume physical limit.
Yes.
So my physical limit is 3. And that's exactly what I rolled.
That's pretty good,
3 hits.
Yeah.
All right.
I think. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
All right.
And it's not a glitch, thankfully.
You need to you need to try and soak 15 stun damage.
What? Yeah, I can't soak that.
So good news, guys. We can go plan, and I've got 99 more of these.
So for the rest of the party, you watched Rebel reach into his, I assume his coat pocket, pull up a small syringe and stab. I can only assume probably like in the side.
It's more of like the thigh.
Hold on, wait a second. Would my defense rating go into my armor rating go into anything for soaking that?
No, soak is body and something else. But if you click the actual, I believe it's a number.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to click the actual number, we can see what you soak.
Okay. How do I? You mean
Just click now.
this? Like that?
No. Click your armor. I'm
Oh,
like when you see your primary armor. Oh no, sorry,
Yeah.
the name. I apologize, not the number. The name.
okay. Soak is 3.
So that's 12 stun damage.
Yeah, no, I only have 11 bucks.
You watched Rebel.
Oh,
You
jeez.
watch Rebel pull a needle out of his coat pocket, stab your friend, your new ally Ghost in the thigh, and you watch like Ghost turn and look at him, and then just crumple.
He's literally yelling, "Tabana!"
Takes the
All right.
balloons that like
Rough.
stab her.
Well, damn.
Someone want to grab him? I'm not quite tall enough for this.
What do you mean?
No.
Oh dear.
Lift him up?
Well, I mean, we could drag him. It's whatever.
Nah.
Okay, moving
They
on.
can stay there for now.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
I mean, I wouldn't want to drag him. I'm just saying I'll pick him up.
I mean, you can throw him in the trunk of the car. Whatever.
What the fuck? Wow,
You're
you guys are
unconscious.
real.
Shut up.
Wow. Yeah, don't expect this character to stick around then if this is how it's going to be treated. He would not stick around for that.
I'm just saying I'm willing to not drag you like a sack of potatoes. I would carry your unconscious form somewhere else.
But somebody,
slump you in the car.
you just stabbed him with. Well, he's trying to make a valid point. You stab him with a freaking hypodermic needle.
That's all Steven's fault.
I for one didn't stab anybody. I'm just trying to salvage this situation because we're supposed to be attacked by other people.
Okay,
So
let's
we'll pick up the
let's
pieces
get-
later.
It's like that
Back
movie
in
Triple
line
X, man. You shot me, I shot him. We all shoot each other. Cool.
All right, so let's get back in line here. Unfortunately, Ghost, you are unconscious for probably the next hour or so. Um, so with that, you now have an unconscious person. The bartender has witnessed this and is yelling to get the fuck out of his club. He looks at you, Wilson, and he goes, "Don't bring them back here."
Okay,
Pitt,
let's go.
Pitt, get him
Is
to my
he?
car.
How heavy is he?
How much do you weigh?
What did I put in? 91 kilograms.
91 kg too. So like what?
It's falling
Stocky
off my
dwarf,
shot.
eh?
Well, your lift and carry is based off of kilograms, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your strength, Ty?
Let's see. Strength 2 with a 4 in parentheses.
Okay, so your strength is 4
Okay.
because it's 15 kilograms per. So you can carry him, but you're slow, very
Yeah.
very slow.
Because he's like 30 more kg than what I can actually carry.
Yeah, it's like an
It's gonna
additional
be a
60
slow.
pounds.
Yeah.
Pitt, help him.
Just anime.
All right. Don't hurt him.
Okay, apparently I have to go over some ground rules. 1, Rebel. We don't stab our allies, though that was funny. Okay. 2,
I'll work on that.
2, I'm going to have to salvage this situation. We're going to get him back to my place, get him some tea, explain that maybe not as be aggressive in our negotiations, and stuff like this won't happen. Do you have who here has a ride?
Yes.
Oh, I got
3 spare seats.
I'll pick up a ride with him.
All right. You two, Rebel, Webb. You go get his extra stuff, and I use air quotes, while you consider what you need to get into that, into the area around Red Barrens electronically. What do you do? And I point towards Craig's character. I forgot his name.
Ironside.
Ironsides.
Ironsides.
I do drones.
Is there anything else that actually that'd be very useful for searching the area? Do you need any more than what you have with you?
It couldn't hurt to have a few more.
All right, you go pick up your stuff. I do a quick search if I can to find like a cafe or someplace we can loiter around near the area of the Red Barrens on my my data link, I think it's called. I find a approximate location. We meet up around this street, and I send it to their. I almost said PDAs like I'm from the 2000s. Because I actually am from the 2000s. We're to your PDAs, and we'll see if we can get this show on the road. All right. Now,
Okay.
Never mind.
I make sure that there is an open seat with which to carefully strap in Ghost. And I drive home.
Okay.
I didn't expect things to go quite this way.
I don't think anyone did.
Okay. So I'm sorry,
I did a little bit.
Trent. Who is going with you?
Pitt is the only one I know that's going with me. Webb and Rebel are going with each other, and Ironside is going back to his place to get his crap.
Who is taking Ghost?
I am taking Ghost.
Okay, that's okay. So the three of you go back to your apartment. You get him upstairs. You don't get too many odd looks because you don't live in the best neighborhood, honestly. It's the
Whoa.
truth. None of you live in that good of a neighborhood.
True.
So yeah, you two there. What are you two? What are you guys doing? Just making a plan, or?
Well, I am making some tea for Ghost when he wakes up. He is on the couch.
Okay. Yeah. He's gonna be out for at least an hour.
Well, this is
Yeah,
of
and,
course.
how long is it going to take me to heal off all that stun damage?
A day. like a good day
Ooh.
of resting
Well,
to
then I'm
heal all
basic.
that.
Well, you just basically geeked your own mage.
I have a number of medical
Watch out.
supplies on hand. Do
You could use that. After the hour when he comes back conscious, um, he'll be 10 boxes deep. So I would need you to do a medicine check following the rules that are stated in the equipment section for it. I believe it's medicine plus or first aid plus the rating of the med kit that you use.
Yeah.
And each of those hits takes down a level of stun.
I got some snap patches I'll donate to that because it was my fault.
Stim patches are temporary fixes. After a certain number of hours, they come back
Yeah.
unresisted.
God forbid I should cast a spell. I'm gonna get hit with drain and out I go.
okay.
It's like a middle combat quick fix.
Yeah.
What?
All right, so if
And
you want,
and I can't even use it to heal drain. So
if you want to go ahead and make that check for me, so first aid and whatever the rating is for the first aid kit you're using.
I'm gonna use one of
The
my
med kit.
rating 6 ones.
Okay. So click first aid, add 6
Okay.
to the modifier.
3.
All right. So you're a little bit better. You're down to 7 boxes now instead of 10, and an hour's gone by. But if you guys mess up, because right now it's probably closer after the drive back. It's probably getting close to 10:30, 11. No, 11:30ish, midnight. So honestly, Ghost, if you wanted, you could just hang out there for the night, and when you wake up, you'll probably be feeling right as rain. Because I think it's like an hour per box. So if you sleep the full 8,
I would have
you'll be
also
alright.
I would have run the scans
I
that
don't think
have.
he would stay somebody else's house. He'd rather go back to his place.
How's he
Especially
gonna
after
get
somebody
there?
on the crew literally stabbed him.
I
He'll walk if he has to.
I would have run the scans for electronics and other things when I got in. That includes scanning my unconscious guest.
Do
Yeah,
you
he's got
have-
electronics on him.
Well, the question is it functioning? Is it running currently? The only thing I think you'd have running is your comm link.
Maybe the earbuds and glasses, but that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and contacts.
Moving to the next, and are you guys gonna meet up? Where are you guys gonna meet up in the morning? Did you guys even discuss that?
The Slim sent us the address.
I said
his
that
place?
nondescript cafe.
Yeah, we were gonna meet up at the nearest nondescript.
Okay, works for me. All right. Moving on to the next group, I believe that is Ironside and Webb, correct?
no Rebel and Web.
Oh, I'm with Rebel.
Okay, then Ironside, you're going back to your garage.
Yes.
Okay. You're back at your garage. You have till the morning to get ready before you need to prep. Just
What can fit in the van?
your van seat. Let me take a look.
Put a gallon gun
It's
in there.
it's the GMC Bulldog, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you can seat 6 plus yourself.
Would I be able to fit more of my drones in there?
Yeah, you could fit your drones. Probably only one large drone. And then the rest of your medium-sized drones, you can fit those very easily. As well as your teammates.
Okay.
It's a passenger van with a decent storage space. And if you actually take a look in there, at the actual character sheet for it, there's some pretty nice upgrades in there that I put in for you.
Okay, I'm taking a look.
Yeah, it's armored out. It's nice. It's essentially a PC.
Awesome.
But yeah. And then Rebel, you are with Webb. Are you dropping Webb off at his house, or is he coming to your place?
You want to get dropped off at your house?
If you don't need me there or don't want me to know where you live, and you can handle all your stuff on your own, that's fine.
I mean, I have no problem with you seeing my place. If we'll just stop by his house next if he needs stuff. Yeah. So we go to my place. And we see that cool wall that's in like every movie with guns. It's like one pegboard wall with all the guns on the wall,
Oh yeah, and it flips
That's-
around or
and there's
If you
like one book
remember-
in there. Yeah.
if you remember from your the apartment layout that I showed you, there was like a small little box with a desk in it.
Yep.
That's your gun room. It has a desk where like, you can work on your shit and stuff like that and whatever. But then there's two racks of guns and weapons beside it, like locked up, secured. The door has a combo lock on it, like keypad, the whole 9 yards.
All right. So I go into the room. I'm gonna grab my bow, a bunch of injection arrows, some narco jet. And I'm gonna get like 30 narco jet arrows going. I'm gonna grab some like trank patches, 2 boxes of stun grenades, the grenade launcher. I'm gonna make some like door breaching charges.
The
I'll go-
standalone grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see you're going completely non-lethal.
Well, I
Get an
mean,
extra
There's a good
2,000
counter to my lethal.
We get an extra
Well-
2,000 each if what's his name comes back alive, don't we?
yeah. I wasn't paying attention to much, but I heard that part.
Yeah. So
Everyone's
a
like,
good
I don't know
idea.
what we're doing. My guy's like, I got a plan.
Oh no,
But
I
he's
know
not
exactly
really good
what
at
I'm
communicating that, so he just kind of stabbed a dude.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
Yeah. And I'm gonna grab my door lockpick set, the auto picker, some commercial explosives for extra. You know, the good stuff.
Okay. There you go. You got your loadout. All right. Nighttime passes. Everyone wakes up, eats their breakfast, showers if they want to, gets their gear loaded up. Craig, you're driving your van to the meet.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So you guys meet at this nondescript cafe.
Are we taking my bike or are we taking
Well, there's
the van?
well, wait. We need to cover something real quick. Ghost, did you walk home or did you have one of them drop you off?
No, he walked home and then he took a ride share there.
Okay, no problem.
So before it all starts, I'm gonna walk up to French guy and give him some explosives. Be like, hey man, I'm sorry, I'm working on
I
that.
do not want that. No,
I
I
made-
will not work with you.
I made this for you.
I will not work with that. You must understand. We need to know things. I do not want to get fracked.
What if I go in first? Would that make up for that? If I
I'm
get
going
fragged?
in first.
What if she goes in first and I go
There
in
you go.
second? Would it make up for that? You wouldn't get fragged because you're not in there first.
Fucking
This is a good deal,
Whatever.
no?
whatever. I need the credits.
Okay.
The
You guys are-
credits.
Sitting there, enjoying your soy caps, a motley crew of
Fuck that.
strange
I got black
individuals.
coffee with some whiskey in.
Hold the black coffee.
Yeah.
So, you guys ready to roll out to the Redmond Barrens?
But we were already there.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it's
was-
a cafe.
outside.
the cafe
Once
was
we got our
pretty.
stuff to go.
Cafe was pretty close to the Red Barons. I'd make sure of it
Yeah.
if there was.
Hmm.
Not like
There's
super
a-
close, but
Basically already there.
There's a distinct difference between normal places and the Barrens.
Yeah.
The Barrens are like any ghetto you've ever seen or heard of, but worse. Very
yes.
rundown. Police do not go there themselves.
Oh,
Almost
so
completely
it's Detroit.
controlled by almost completely controlled by gangers. You know,
Even worse than my place?
on par.
Okay.
Knowing that, I would definitely brought a rifle with me in the car.
Don't worry, man. I got you covered. I got a spare.
So, are you all gonna ride out
Falling
in
with guns.
in,
Not me.
Ironside's van?
Yeah.
Not like these.
We got a
Uh,
drone, man. We're
Well,
making sure there's no dragons.
I gent I gently admire the tech without touching anything as we're riding along.
I'm sorry, I need to make something clear. We're here to gather information like Frenchie wants, but we're also gonna grab him if we find him.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just that we're just gonna get the as much information as we can. We're gonna see if we can track his movements with the security cameras. We're gonna see if there's anyone outside his house. We're gonna see if there's anyone watching the back, and if he's home, we're gonna walk in.
When you
You
want
sound-
me to drive so you can all do your, like, whatever you do.
The not
Oh
killing.
no! I drive.
Listen,
She rides shotgun though.
Do not. Listen, you must
Fuck
find
yeah, I
a
ride
safe place
shotgun.
for me.
Okay,
Somewhere
we'll put you in the
else.
back.
No, not moving.
You can sit next to me.
Look,
No,
how about
Not
this?
moving.
We can
Oh,
put, you
I
can
will,
bring my.
confirm that there is no non-physical
Well,
security.
what-
How
once
about
you
this?
Park, once you
Make
once
sure
you
no one gets physical.
once you park, Craig, you can explain to him that you have a rigorous cocoon, which is a simply you can activate it and the driver's seat expands out and cocoons you in a multi-level Kevlar weave fabric that essentially has an armor of like 22.
That's
Jesus
disturbing
Christ.
and intriguing at the same time.
That sounds awesome.
Well, so
think I
because
got a
riggers,
thing.
whereas deckers can jump into the matrix and they go unconscious. Mages can jump into the astral world and they go unconscious. Riggers can jump into vehicles and go unconscious. So the
Okay.
idea is he jumps in, he's protected. That and there's
I don't want to know these things.
Too late.
It has to be explained
Just-
somehow.
Like, these sound like
No,
things
no.
that anybody who's been on a run would probably know. So I feel
Imagine all these words coming out of my character's mouth.
it's okay.
Let,
Back in
basically
line.
what I'm saying is, let us reveal these things ourselves.
I don't know any of this.
I don't think that's something we would know to ask.
The thing is,
I'm a hyper noob.
Laura, the thing
Yeah.
the thing is this kind of stuff. It's such a new system for you and a new game that I have to kind of explain this kind of stuff anyway. You know, if it was like D&D where everyone here has played D&D and you know how your character works and you can explain it that way, then yeah. But
I didn't even know I had that.
yeah, you have that.
See?
You also have a Valkyrie module for unconscious and gravely injured people that automatically heals them while you're driving.
Ooh.
The car is reinforced with special run flat tires, additional armor, special restraints for the passengers so they don't get hurt. It's his vehicle. He would explain this to you. You know, he'd make sure you buckle up. But
Yeah,
Craig
so
doesn't-
imagine
Craig doesn't
everything
know this
he
stuff,
just said
so-
in my voice with a slight Canadian accent.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys, are you going to park outside of his apartment building or outside of the cafe that he frequents?
Hmm.
perhaps we should split up.
Oh.
Going slim.
Obviously, we're going to stay in contact with them. This is where the security cameras are. You and I can go over with Rebel and check out the house. Seems like more likely the place where we're going to have some combat, possibly, if at all. If he's
I'm
home.
in.
Webb, Ironside, and Frenchie over here. I didn't catch your. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Call me cool.
Ghost, thank you. They can go to
Oh,
the.
back off.
I probably
Don't
will.
laugh at that.
We
It
can,
is my name.
they can go over to the cafe. Less likely for people to start a ruckus in a public place, even if this is the Red Barons. And check out the cams.
Listen, you are better off with me here. I can confirm that there is no non-physical protections.
How far away can you do that?
How far would I be able to, if I had to go into astral space? How far would be a safe distance where I could be left out of sight?
What's your magic?
My magic is, I believe, it is. Hold on, 6. I raised it as high as I could.
6.
Yeah.
um, you could probably go close to 600 kilometers and make it back in a reasonable amount of time.
600
600
kilometers?
feet.
You got to realize,
Seems-
so in the astral world, time is different as well as speed. So in his astral form, he can travel as fast as he can think, essentially. So he can travel 100 kilometers in a few minutes. And it's like 10 minutes per magic you can stay out of your body in astral form before you start running the risk of dying.
So,
An hour.
for everybody that doesn't
basically.
know, 600 kilometers is like 373 miles almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Damn.
he can make it.
I highly doubt that the Red Barrens is 300 miles across.
Well, then you can leave me somewhere safe. As long as the city is safe and no one will move me, I will be able to handle that.
That's more than
Uh,
likely going to be with Ironside and Webb.
They will not be moving.
Do you need to
If
be
I'm
moving?
doing my if I'm doing my thing, I'm not moving.
If you relocate me, I could get lost.
It's just, I'm saying if we're both doing what we do best at the same time, I won't be moving you at all.
Okay, then I will stay with you.
So then, all right. So we're gonna hit the cafe first. All right. Let's do that first. Webb,
Yes.
you give me a matrix perception.
Matrix perception. Let's see. Matrix. Here we go. Knowledge. No. No. Active skill.
Here, we'll do this then. Just give me a perception, because I think I set it up. I did not set it up. That's weird. I apologize.
Okay, so
Yeah, just give me regular perception.
okay.
And add your logic.
Okay, so logic modifier is 2? No, or 5.
What's in parentheses?
7.
7. Your
Okay.
logic modifier is 7.
Okay. So plus 7.
Mhm.
Hold on, I'm going to write this down. All right. It says 4.
Okay. You can see one security camera on the building, and it's on the inside of the building, unfortunately. The Redmond Barrens is a very underdeveloped area. It's been kind of abandoned by the rest of Seattle. Um, it's just been given to gangs and the destitute. Um, Also, Ghost, don't forget to take your stun damage off.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. If you click the name stun damage, it'll get
Oh
rid of
yeah.
it. There it is.
Awesome, even better.
Yeah. So if you want to give me a hack, I can click it because I have it set up to run on your token, but you don't have the token in front of you. So uh, we'll do hack on the fly. Try and get in the system.
Okay. Let's see. Programs. No, that's not it.
Give me a second. Because it's being fucky again. Okay, it's not working. So roll me data processing on your matrix device plus your logic. So if
Data
you go,
processing. Is this
yes,
in alphabetical?
no, it's not in alphabetical. It's the third one down. It says data proc. It's 3 currently. Or no, sleeves. Sorry, sleeves is for hack on the fly. 5 plus your logic, which is 7. So roll 12. 12d6.
Okay.
What's your mental? Mental's 8. 5. Yeah, no problems. They are very low protection here. But you're in the system. You have access to their history. They have 2 days of storage for their video, and you can quickly go through it real quick.
Okay.
Yesterday was the last time he was in. He has not been in today. It's probably close to almost noon, which is his second stop, but he hasn't made it in today, which is uncommon because you saw the day before he was here 3-4 times as well. But yeah, he hasn't been in today yet. Yesterday, when you were looking at yesterday's footage, and the day before he came in, he got a large soy calf, a muffin, he left. He's wearing loose, baggy clothing. Don't know if that's to blend in better or to look nondescript, but loose, baggy clothing. He doesn't look over his shoulder. He doesn't rush, but he does seem sweaty and kind of twitchy. You're pretty smart. You would know that he's either going through withdrawals or he's out of his fucking mind, stoned on long haul.
Okay.
It's either one of those. You're not 100% sure though.
In here, I was going to speculate he was nervous about a dead drop.
You know, if he's nervous about a dead drop, he'd probably be walking hurriedly, looking over his shoulders and shit like that. All right.
Okay.
Who is conscious in the vehicle? Webb, you're unconscious currently because you're
Yes.
doing your thing. You're in their host, and it's literally like a digital replica of the cafe.
Oh, I thought we were having them stay in the cafe while we went to the house.
I thought they were
No,
parked
no,
outside in the van.
they're in
We're
the car.
Okay.
Near the cafe.
3 weirdos sitting in the car.
All right, so
Well, that's our
Ironside, are you
van.
conscious?
Sorry, what? I missed that.
Ironside, are you conscious?
I think so.
Okay. Well, are you jumped into any vehicle?
Not at the moment.
Okay, so you are conscious. You start noticing there's 2 guys kind of hanging out in the corner. They've been there since you pulled up, but one of them's kind of eyeballing your van a little bit. All right, Ghost, what are you doing?
I'm going into astral space.
Okay, so you've gone unconscious. You're in the astral realm. You know roughly where his apartment is, and so
Okay.
you can get there in a matter of seconds in the astral realm. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for anything that would any signs of like spell wards, any active magical activity in the area, if he's got
Okay.
summoned spirits, or if anybody else has summoned spirits has spirits watching over him or anything over his building, things like that, anything that might get in our way, really.
Okay, no problems. Give me astral perception.
Okay.
So just perception and add your magic.
So
Well,
it's perception, magic, and limit would be mental, I believe
yes.
we said.
Yeah, that's the way we're going to do it until I find the rules.
All right, mods.
Just your magic.
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. It's did you mean not perception based on magic, but add magic as a mod?
Yeah, I was going to have you add magic as a mod.
Okay, so that would still be intuition then.
Yeah.
Correct? All right, I'll reroll
We'll
that.
go with that.
No, I can just reroll it. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, that was even worse.
You don't sense anything.
Okay.
I take that back. You sense two individuals on the third floor.
Third floor.
Their
What?
astral signatures are very familiar to you.
Ah, hmm.
Seems like that might be your teammates about to breach.
Okay.
Ironside, back to you, bud. Um, you see what the one guy? They're both humans standing in the corner. He kind of turns to the other one, nudges him, and nods his head off, and he takes off walking in a different direction. And the other one's still standing there, kind of walks over to a table, sits down, and is not staring intently, but he keeps glancing at you and your vehicle.
Go kick his ass, Seabass.
To the apartment. All right. Sorry. Start over. There we go. To the apartment. All right. So, you're outside of his apartment. You know which one it is. Pit, I put you in the front behind. Rebel, you're behind her, and then Slim, you are in the back. Is that the breaching order you want to go with?
If we're actually hard breaching, yes. I'm fine with this.
I am down to hard. I
Are
am
we
down to hard
breaching,
breach. I also brought a lockpick.
Do you want to try the door, maybe?
Yeah.
Not exactly, but we can.
I
That
just
tub
knocked.
looks like
Yeah.
that tub looks like it hasn't been cleaned in 20 years.
All right.
Maybe
I
there
knock,
was a
I
body
knock
in
on
it.
the door.
A lunch
You
break.
knock on the door. You listen in there. There's no noises, no response. You try the door handle. It is locked. There is a keypad on it, though.
Any distinct smells? Or
You
no?
have You have the olfactory boosters, right?
Yeah,
What's their rating of it?
2.
All right, give me a perception check. Perception with +2 for the modifier.
Perception. There it is. Let's see if the window thing would actually show up.
There is a general musty odor about the apartment. You don't know if that's because it's run down, or
Like she
there's
said, it's
something,
old.
or that there's something in his room. You're unsure with a 1.
Okay.
All right, but the door is locked. There's a keypad.
So, how you guys want to do this?
We could break it down, but
Perhaps keep
wanna
this
be more
not very loud.
quiet. Right.
Okay. I'm gonna bust out the lockpick, auto pick thing.
I know. I really just wanted to like explode the door open. That's always fun.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
really
look back.
is.
I've got like 4 explosives in my hands. Like, I know, man. Me too.
It's not as fun when you're on the other end of it, but it's fun to do it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right, and you guys do have control of your tokens, by the way. So you guys are gonna break the door down then?
No, I was gonna lockpick it or auto pick it.
It has a keypad.
Ah.
So you have 2 options. Well, you have 3 options. You can break the door down. You can try and disassemble the keypad and open it that way, or you can use a sequencer if you brought your sequencer with you.
I don't think I actually have a sequencer.
I ain't got one of those things. It's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good for like real things, not like this whole.
All right. So, we're apparently breaking this down. Once it starts, we have a limited amount of time before somebody comes checking.
I have a pass key.
You're not
That
here.
does not help them where you are.
Okay, I said, but I am not there.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So this is what we'll do. Pit, you want to break the door down, or do you want Rebel to do it?
Well, do we want to do explosives, or I got myself a pry bar?
As long as you don't use me on the door, okay?
All right.
Beat a motherfucker with a motherfucker. No.
All right. So let's go with the pry bar then, probably, since you guys want to keep it quiet.
At this point,
So Go ahead.
At this point, Slim probably has drawn his pistol and is holding it casually by his side so no one sees it, keeping an eye out.
Down the halls.
Yep.
I'm gonna pull out that bow with some narco jet arrows. Like, that's a good idea.
Okay. All right. Pit, roll twice your strength. Because that's what a pry bar does.
So, strength with I don't put modifiers on this, right?
What's your strength?
If it'll open my fucking 9.
So
Fucking nice.
clicks.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, she can carry to damn near anything. Click strength and then add 9 for the modifier because you're doing double your strength.
Oh, it just says the attribute I pick, so I guess body. And then
For the pry bar?
oh, there we go. Okay, yeah, I get it. There we go.
Perception.
I had not clicked far enough yet. 10.
Yeah, very easily she slips it in the crevice near where the lock would be, and just
Just
pops it like she's taking the top off a bottle. Just boop, straight open.
You know,
The door-
sometimes I wish I
The
was
door, the door on the backside, the door frame is splintered wide open. Door slings open. All right, doors open in front of you. Who's going in first?
there. Yes, me.
All right.
I'm gonna go in first. We fucking talked about this.
Oh, my
Alright.
bad.
So Pit,
Don't step on me.
are you staying like
I mean,
close
unless you
behind
want me
her,
to.
Cody?
What's that?
Are you staying in close behind her?
Well, not close enough to get stepped on. But yeah.
Okay. So-
Unless that's your thing.
and you're all moving as a unit, right?
I'll be watching over the door. Once it's clear, I'll be watching from the door once they move in.
I'm mainly
Okay.
just going in first, just in case there's someone in there wanting to immediately shoot, or if there's a trap or something.
Okay. Now, let me see here. All right. Cody, you get to make a perception check.
Alright. This is not a good thing.
Plus
You
2.
bet that one?
No. I just know what it means. I'm trying to figure
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
You get a plus 2.
What the fuck is that? I don't like this not being on D&D. I can't remember
Right.
what
It's a
anything's
different
at.
sheet. That's all. Yeah.
There it is. Perception. Plus 2. Come on, big money, no whammy.
5. That's damn good. You got almost all hits. All right. There's a tingle on the back of your neck that says, "Wait a minute." So I will pull you guys back to the doorway. How do you want to do this?
Oh.
I'm still going in unless someone says.
Wait a minute. There's something wrong here. I feel a disturbance in the force. Let's roll a flashbang in there.
So you're gonna roll a flashbang in there?
Yeah, or 5.
Alright.
I'm gonna throw in a smoke grenade as well.
All right. I need throwing weapons from both of you.
Also, after I throw these, I want to pull out my battle axe, my combat axe, whatever.
It's your battle axe.
Let's be honest. Here,
Well, I
it
mean,
is a
I am.
battle axe.
Uh, where's thrown?
It should be like near the top.
There it is. Throwing weapons.
All right, Cody, you don't glitch.
All right.
So
That's the
it
one we
goes
really
to,
needed not to.
it goes to your intended target.
I don't, because that's an active skill, right? Because I
Yes.
don't have that.
All right, then you're gonna have to
Oh, boy.
default. So at the top there's a button that says default, agility, and physical.
Oh, just from the attributes?
Well, yeah. So like, you see at the top where it says default a skill, attribute, change it to
There it is.
agility,
There we go.
limit physical, and then click default.
Okay, I got it. There it is. With no mods, right?
Right.
1.
It doesn't really matter that much because it's a smoke grenade, right? That you're throwing in.
Yeah.
Didn't
Three.
die.
Where's my scatter table?
Mainly just it's a smoke grenade I can see through.
Dark vision.
So you
Alright,
throw-
wait a second.
You throw
I'm basically glass.
you throw it, it hits awkwardly and bounces back to this corner right here and detonates.
That's fun.
This thing,
Detonates.
yeah, it's a smoke grenade.
Those don't actually detonate, my friend.
It's not detonating, it's going off, it's
You
emitting
know
a
what he
smoke.
means.
Fuck.
The smoke is released, okay?
But Cody, yours
Sorry,
goes,
man. I can't
intended-
help with this stuff.
yours goes to its intended point. Where were you trying to throw it on the map?
Yeah, that looks like a great spot right there.
All right, are you gonna pull Pit back after you throw, or are
Well,
you guys
yeah, I don't
She
want
has to look away.
it's more than just light.
Helen Keller was immune. You're not. Well, let's pull her back.
Oh dear.
Jesus.
Where was that spot you wanted again, Cody?
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. Flashbangs also kind of work like stun grenades in this, don't they?
yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
They work that way in
I mean,
real
they're
life
not
too.
They're not actually, but
Okay. Yeah, you guys with you pulling her out of the doorway, she is just out of range for a flashbang grenade. So lucky her. You give it a minute or two. You don't hear any coughing. You don't hear any thudding. Cody,
Well,
you have
after-
thermographic. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say after the flashbang goes off, I'm looking in because I also have thermographic.
And you don't see anything. From what you can tell, you can't see through walls because it's a concrete wall. But in the area that you can immediately see, you see no heat signatures or nothing other than a bright spot where the flashbang just erupted because light has heat. Not a lot of heat, but enough heat.
Do
that it's
I
different from
still
the
have
surrounding
that tingle on the back of the neck?
Yeah, it's still there.
There's something up here. I don't know what, but you know, I got an itch on the back of my neck and I want to just scratch it. Let's go.
See, I'm gonna go a little further in, just kind of look to Slim, just we'll shout you if I know.
Okay. So put your character where they go. Okay, Cody? Do you follow in behind her? Okay. Pause.
Yeah, 'cause right now I'm watching like this direction.
Let me measure something real quick.
Boom.
Boom. Yep. Actually, yeah,
Whole
boom.
building is leveled.
Boom. No, not the whole building. I would not do that on the first run.
But on the second run, all bets are off.
I need
This is what happens when you don't do legwork.
Cody. You're the only one that gets to defend it because you have combat sense or danger sense, whatever it is.
All
So you
right.
can actually roll defense. So roll the shield.
Don't make fun of me. I'm getting there.
Hey, I don't know this character sheet either. I ain't making fun of nobody.
I haven't
Modifier?
understood a single thing that's happened so far.
I only sort of understood.
I don't get any modifiers with that, right?
No.
Okay.
All right. So you get to resist. So I need you both to hit soak, which means hit the number, not the number, the name of the armor that you're wearing. Hit, you're resisting 10.
There it is.
Rebel, you're resisting 9.
No modifier. Do I put in a modifier?
No, no
Yes.
modifier. You were completely unaware.
Okay, that's.
Well, you know what? Rebel mentioned something being wrong, so go ahead and roll defense 2, because you're already on edge. So I'll give you that. Sorry.
I mean, I'm fine doing without the modifier. I was just trying to figure out why he had one. I was like, oh yeah, because he did the
Yeah.
thing.
That's fine. No,
I
he
did the
mentioned it,
thing.
so I'll go ahead and if you want to go ahead and roll defense as well. So the shield icon. Cody, you take none. The flashbang goes off. You're blinded for a second, but you take no stun damage.
Okay, sweet.
Why can't I find the shield icon you speak of?
Core near the top where it says
Aha, it's
primary.
on core. That's probably why I wasn't on core.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's all good.
Maybe.
3, 7. So you take 1 point of stun damage. Your ears are ringing a little bit. You're a little bit dazed, but you're conscious and awake. Actually, the door is wide open. Slim, I'm gonna need one from you too.
Yay.
Defense, and soak.
Okay.
Oops.
Wow, good defense.
Oh damn.
That was
Even
nice.
better. You take nothing. Your ears are ringing, but you're perfectly fine. You worked for years in Russian intelligence. You're used to this.
Business. What's going on in there?
All right.
Don't come in. I'm naked.
You have an apartment now in front of you. There, the place hasn't been turned over, but it looks like someone packed in a hurry.
They forgot their flashbang.
There is a computer on this desk back here, like a small laptop.
Is it a tall desk? Can I reach that?
It's a normal desk, so it's like what waist height for you, navel.
Well, I think it's good to come in, Slim.
All right, I'm going to step inside so I can still keep kind of an eye and run my eye over the whole place.
Okay.
No more neck tingle, right?
No more neck tingle.
Cool. All right.
I want to kind of just go. I just want to like if
Search the place?
doors- Yeah, I just want to look in because I know this is the only other room right now.
Yeah, the door is unlocked. You can throw it open. There is a toilet and a dirty tub.
Like I said,
It's grimy. There's soap film on it. It's just bad, but it is dry. No, sorry, it is. What time did I say? It was probably about noon.
Yeah.
So
Probably
it's still a
mold.
little. It's a little damp still. Like you might have been here in the past couple of hours.
And my olfactory is still going. Anything now that I'm in here?
Smells like Irish Spring and mold.
Great.
It's a great combo.
Right?
oof.
Reminds me of 29.
Fucking lake. Whatchamacallit?
Yeah. Bandini.
Ugh. Oh god.
Great memories.
Well, I can watch the door now if you want. Look. Got a laptop over here.
Okay.
Anything over here at all?
If you go through his drawers, you find 2 doses of long haul.
Of course.
I'm gonna go give that to Ghost. I think he deserves it. I'm sorry.
I wave Pit to watch the door,
Mhm.
and I start tossing the place.
Like I said, it's been packed in a hurry. He has forgotten some clothing. Doesn't look like it's been turned over, ransacked, but it looks like he left in a hurry. Like I said, Rebel found the 2 doses of long haul. Looks like he forgot those in his rush, and there is a laptop on that desk right there.
All right. I'm gonna check like underneath the table to see if there's like anything odd about it. Like there's this booby trapped as well.
All right, I need you to roll. I'm kidding. No, it's just a desk.
Okay.
Kaboom!
I'm going
That's
to.
the 5 pounds of C4.
No, that's under the bed.
You don't even have to roll. Everything just explodes. You're dead.
Thing is obliterated.
I'll take the laptop
Yeah.
and I'll shove it into my satchel thing. I'm
Okay.
going to go into the bathroom Yeah, my man purse. I'm going to go into the bathroom and I'm going to check the tank of the toilet and if there's anything strapped to the bottom.
There is not.
Okay. I lament that I'm
Not
not
in
in
the
the God.
toilet.
I lament that I'm not in the Godfather, and I go and check the bed.
I'm gonna bust out the stool and I'm gonna use the bed.
There's like a recess from where if someone has laid in it so long, it's a very old mattress that you can like see the outline of their body. It's not a good mattress. It's very cheap.
So my
Um,
mattress.
It's not made. Um, it might be a little warm from where Rebel was just sitting in it.
Check underneath the
Um,
mattress.
you find a cred stick.
Ooh, cred stick.
A what?
Cred
Found
stick.
that money.
To the store and pay
Oh,
lots of
crit-
money.
crit stick, yeah.
I take
It's
that,
basically
shove it in the
mattress
pocket.
money.
I put that in the pocket
Yeah.
too. Nothing under the bed.
Just a cred stick.
Okay. I will. Is this right here like a trash can?
It is a trash can. It is empty.
All right, it's completely
There's
empty.
nothing on the bottom.
Okay.
You reach your hand in there, you tap the bottom, it's solid.
And this is his other dresser.
Yeah.
Yes, there was 2 doses of long haul in there, but Rebel picked them up and put them in his pocket.
I'm just gonna check underneath on the top to see if there's anything taped there.
No, there's nothing taped to it. I like how thorough you are, though. That's very good.
Hey,
I might have to start hiding different shit.
he's been doing this a long time. I
It's
come
a
up.
2-foot purple dildo.
Come on now.
Oh god.
I
Oh god. All right, so we're gonna come back to. So you guys are leaving the apartment about 3 blocks from the cafe. You guys walk there.
I thought we drove here, to be honest.
That's why I was asking. I didn't know if you rode in the van too, or if you drove your own vehicle or
No,
what.
I probably drove my own vehicle here.
Okay. All right. So you go down, get in your car, and start heading back. It's 3 blocks. It's a short trip. But back to the cafe. Webb, I assume you're back conscious now. Ghost, I'm gonna say in the time that has happened, you are making your way back now to your body. It is unmoved.
Okay. So it should be a quick trip then.
Yeah, it's very quick, seconds, because it was 3 blocks down the road.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys are all back conscious now. Ironside, you
I
have
told
noticed.
you I wouldn't move you. It's okay. See?
You've noticed that.
Yes, well,
So
given
one minute.
everything that has happened so far, I had to be sure.
Caution is good.
You were saying?
Yes, you have noticed that the first man has returned. He whispers something to the guy sitting at the table. They both nod to each other, stand up, move back to the original position on the corner, and about 4 or 5 minutes later, the a group of about 5 of them show up. There's a few humans, a rather nasty-looking troll, an orc, a dwarf, but they have returned. I'll say in that time, you could have driven 5,
Yeah.
not 5, 3 blocks. So you can.
Yeah, I would definitely like to do that.
Oh, I
As
was
soon as
talking.
they're back, I wanted to.
I was talking to Trent
Gotcha.
because they were driving.
I was
up.
gonna say I wasn't gonna move anywhere until they came back, but if they were able to come back, they were being very suspicious. I kind of wanted to get out.
Okay. Well, at that time, Trent has came back in his vehicle. He kind of beeps his horn, lets you know that he's back. You guys can depart if you'd like.
I would have probably called them on the way to tell them that I have a goodie for Webb, and that we should probably pull out as well, and fast.
Okay.
Hey,
As
we
you-
got some suspicious activity going on over here, pal.
As you begin to pull away, going down the street, 2 of the humans pull out bottles and launch them at your vehicle. They hit.
Oh.
They're not explosive. They're just empty bottles. But the rest of them seem to be posturing up to kind of block your path. How do you want to deal with this? Let me show you what you're looking at right here. Second.
I mean, aren't we in our cars?
You are in your cars. That's why I'm putting out on the map right now. Give me 1 second.
They're about to like stand in front of our cars, like just progress.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff in here. I feel like I'd be able to truck them.
Pretty sure that would bring down Knight Errant on us, though.
I mean, I do get some non-lethal stuff, but I much prefer to just hit him with a grenade launcher.
Or the car.
Again, Knight Errant
Give it.
or
Oh,
Lone
I'm
Star.
in jail.
You want to
But-
bring down the cops on us already?
They
No,
started
no.
it. I defended myself.
All right.
Yeah, but throwing around grenade launchers is just going to bring attention to our to any activities, and
And
what
that's
is the
why
one
I'm
thing
just
that
gonna
draws
run them
some-
over.
Hit and runs tend to bring the cops too.
I am the
wasn't
cops.
They
paying
threw
attention
stuff
to
at
what
us and
I
we're
was saying.
being threatened.
Okay. So, what's your plan here? You're going to try and barrel through.
You want me to talk to them first?
You got murder holes in your vehicle? I got a bunch of arrows. That's
Slim does
narco-jet.
not have them in his vehicle now.
Ah, come on, Slim.
He does have a window in his
Yeah.
passenger side door.
The regular kind.
Ah, you're killing me.
You want me to
My-
talk to them first? Or we just go?
Pit. These,
So all our people like not in astral space or
Yeah,
virtually?
I'm not an actual.
these are Pit's bitches. So she can probably talk her way out.
I'm down to let Pitt do her thing.
Are we in communication during this?
I would have probably probably
Yes.
activated my phone and patched you in.
So
Okay.
the
And you guys
idea.
don't have combeads or microtransceivers.
No,
thought we all did.
this is probably going to be
That
along the
would
lines
probably
of.
be easier.
I don't think I have
I
that.
don't
You
think
can-
I do.
I'm speakerphoning this. Patching
See
you.
this bitch in front of us?
We are old school, okay?
You guys can't do a big
Fuck.
group call.
Sacrement.
It's a conference
Alright.
call.
What are you, professionals or not?
All right. So
the same fucking question.
I'm
So
not
why
dealing
don't
with
you
this right
professional?
now.
back in line here. Pitt, you are in the back of the vehicle because that's the easiest place for you to sit as a 8-foot troll. Is in the back of the van, so you can very easily open the back of the doors, step out, and have your conversation if you'd like.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Oh, no one's making a decision. Alright, let's go.
Narco
Oi.
jet arrows ready.
Oi! The fuck
Uh,
do you want?
The big troll in the back kind of steps forward. Dwarf steps aside. Going this way. Big troll, I mean. Steps forward. He says, "We just want the vehicle. Both of them now that you're here. Give them to us. You can leave. We won't kill you."
Why do you want them?
Why do we want the carts? We can sell them for money.
Ha! Nah.
I thought this is how
Can
this
I,
thing
like-
works.
That ain't
Can I,
how
like-
this is gonna work. Got it?
Real quick, what were you saying, Craig?
Can I correct me if I'm wrong, the van has guns.
Yes, the van has 2 assault rifles. That
Are
pop
they
out of the
like
front wheel well?
okay, they do pop out.
Mhm.
Can I pop them out as a show of force?
Yeah, you can ready them. That's not an issue.
Yeah, I would
you
like
know,
to do so.
You reach over, flip a switch, they pop out. Pitt, if you want to make an intimidation check, I'll give you a +4.
Slim is just getting the AK along the lines right up onto his lap.
She just kind of glances back at the car, back to them, and kind of like shrugs her shoulder to show that she has her shotgun on her back. Do you want to do this?
Make intimidation.
And it was a +4 or 2?
+4.
4.
2 for each gun. That is mounted to a
Okay, I was
heavily
gonna say,
armored.
what about all 5 of my guns? No.
Yeah.
Awesome.
3. Yeah. Quick pose. Ties with a 3. He did actually pretty poorly.
Yeah.
They're gangers. They're in a street gang. You know, this is what they do. They're used to this kind of thing. It's the Redmond Barons. Everyone's strapping. So he ties. He's not intimidated by you. You know, he kind of flexes a little bit and goes, and there's 7 of us. And he looks. He's like, from what I can see, there's 5 of you.
I'll count for 5 myself.
I like those odds.
You wanna go? You can fucking try.
Give me a second.
Also, question:
Answer.
how many things can I like? How many drones can I use at once? Can I use a drone and the van, or just one?
So, the way it works is you have an RCC, which is the rigor control console, and it allows you to control all of your drones at once.
Oh my god!
Or you can jump into your van alone.
So I can either use the van or the drones.
Yeah, you can't use them both at the same time, unfortunately.
Gotcha. That makes
And
sense.
when you
That's
jump
helpful.
in, you can only control one vehicle at a time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that, you're already on edge, so I'm gonna let you defend this. Troll is gonna whip out pistol and take 2 shots at you. Fucking 2 hits and 1 hit. So 2 defense rolls, please.
All right, it's on core.
Mm-hmm. Shield.
Yeah. 2.
Yep. First one's fine. Take no damage. He shoots at your feet. No damage. Completely misses you. It's looked like he's not that good with a gun. And Cody, since you failed your combat junkie test, you get 1 attack, and then we're going to need initiative. And side note, real quick, if you click on your token, there should be a token action bar. Initiative is programmed into it. So click on that, and it'll give me the turn orders. Okay.
Do I need to roll initiative as well? Am I getting in this?
If you want to get into it, you can.
I'll roll. Can't hurt.
Troll?
On the troll, okay, give me 1 second.
Narco arrow?
With a narco arrow. Okay.
I mean, that's what I had already. I wanted to hit him with a grenade launcher, but
All right, you hit him, and then he's
So roll.
so. Yeah, he's fine. He looks like
Oh.
he might do drugs.
fuck that
Just
guy.
maybe. These thugs do drugs.
But
Jokes for thugs. Hugs for thugs.
When he was shooting at her, she was standing still with her arms crossed.
Okay.
Like,
3, 4, 5.
really, dude. Not even moving.
Cody,
What's that?
you need to roll. You need to click on your token, and then click initiative for me.
Oh, that's why I can see it. I was like, where the fuck did it go?
it's on an almost unseeable bar across the top.
Yeah, I got all our names up on the top, too.
I
Okay,
didn't know what I was
who-
looking for and didn't see it.
All right, real quick. Webb, what is your edge rating? 5.
Edge.
It's at the bottom of the page.
Oh.
I can check it real quick. All right. Webb is
Oh.
going for Ironside. Rebel, You are 4. Pit, you are 1. Rebels going before Pit. And then the gangers will go after one. A couple of them go after Ironside, and a couple will go after Pit. Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Cool.
First in the initiative order is Webb. You are sitting in the vehicle, door closed. What would you like to do, sir?
Of course, that's Webb. Look at this fucking nerd.
I didn't say he was buckled up. He could
I
be.
don't-
Nerd.
He's a fucking nerd.
I don't have my gun out, so
I am buckled up, by the way.
yeah, I mean, if we were traveling, I would be a somewhat reasonable citizen and have buckled up. Especially after our esteemed GM said there were special reinforced things to buckle us in.
Yeah, these are like
You
the
don't
these
move.
are like the 5-point safety harnesses for racing.
Okay.
It's a simple action to get them out, and shooting, drawing and shooting is a simple action as well. So you could get out and then shoot one time.
Okay. I'll do that. Do
I
have
thought
to do
drawing
my-
was not a simple action.
I feel like drawing is pretty easy to do. I've
Alright.
done it a lot.
Okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean, so a combat turn is 3 seconds, and I know that I can draw and shoot in about 1 second on like pretty easy.
Okay.
Okay.
Beep.
So I feel like it's pretty reasonable because the harness would have like a quick release that you could get out, shoot, one shot.
All right. Fair enough.
All right, so step out. Who do you want to take a shot at? You got a human clearly in your line of sight and an orc.
The orc.
The orc. Okay.
He's
There's a little
racist.
hostility there. So click. So you click the gun that you want to shoot with, and then no modifiers.
Here we go. Arms. Okay.
It's also under core.
Yeah, I see it. I'm just trying to figure out which one I'd rather have.
Well, which one do you have? Would you have brought?
Probably just my street line. I don't know if I would have brought the Ares.
Okay, then you're firing with your street line.
Yeah.
3 hits. What is that? Orc. Sense. He also rolls 3, so that is a glancing blow.
Okay.
No
What does
damage.
that mean?
Well, the gun, so glancing blow would still do some damage. So 6p, but no modifiers on that. He gets to soak it. 4, he takes 2 damage.
Okay. And that's not hostility. I was just speculating that maybe, just maybe, the orc has more hit points than the human does.
Racist.
Ironside, it is your turn, buddy. You are in your vehicle, guns out, and you can fire them from within your vehicle.
Absolutely.
They have a full 180-degree aim radius, so you could essentially shoot anyone on that field.
It lists 2 on here. Do I get
Yes.
to attack with both?
You could attack with both, being a rigger, and you control it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll allow you to attack with both.
Okay. I'm gonna start with this guy right here. Closest one first.
Okay.
No one touches my man.
I've just been thinking this whole
Say-
time, man.
say-
What was
Man or
that about racism?
I
All
gotta
he
say,
said was no one touches his van.
I thought he said man. I was like, whoa.
Ironside is probably the coolest of us right now. Then it's Pitt. Then it's everyone.
So
else.
should I just hit the weapon twice then?
Yeah, just click the name twice.
Okay.
5 and 1. Orc gets 2 defense. All right, so the second one does not hit, but the first one hits with a 4. That brings the damage up to 15. Soak 3. That's 12. Yeah, you kill him. He is
Yeah.
just fucking gonzos. Let me mark him.
You blokes still sure you want to do this?
And I just stroke the dashboard like, good girl.
It's a very
I
intimate
would-
relationship with a
I
Ricker and
would
his
not
people.
expect anything less.
All right. Rebel?
All right. I'm gonna like hop out, and I'm pretty sure I could shoot between Pit's legs because I'm pretty short and not hit her.
Are you careful down there? Some the goods.
That
Well,
would
I
be
mean, you're in the way. That's the wrong button. Whatever.
Oh.
God damn it! You know what? Fuck this thing.
you could try and shoot between her legs. That's not the right button, buddy.
Phrasing.
I will say though,
Oh, boy.
if you try to shoot between Pit's legs, you do run a risk of hitting her.
All right, fine. I'm gonna.
You have pretty clear line of sight on this guy right here.
But there's a car in the way. All right, I'm gonna move to here, and I'm gonna shoot him then.
Okay.
And where's the fuck? Yeah, that should be it.
Shotgun, firing slugs. You shooting the human?
Oh yeah, I mean, I got clear line of sight on that guy.
I don't think he could even. No.
No?
I'm doing the math real quick. Yeah, no, he's dead too.
You fuck
You just
nerd.
fucking. You put a slug in his fucking chest. Just boom down.
That makes the most sense, though.
It is your turn. They're not very heavily armored, by the way. Like they all have like
Okay.
pistol or something, maybe a knife on their side. But as far as armor, they're wearing like a jacket.
Well, I mean, is it too late
White
to go
beaters.
full ballistic?
Not time yet for you, Cody.
Oh, okay.
All right, Pitt. I assume you're gonna. Yeah, I assume you're gonna fucking fuck the troll up.
Yep, I'm just gonna hold out my shotgun until it's right against his chest and pull the trigger.
Okay. Roll to hit.
But I have to press the on the weapons or on core.
Which one do you have selected as your primary? Just do it from weapon. It doesn't matter.
No,
Click the name.
and no modifiers.
I'll give you 2 for extreme close range.
Oop.
Hey, what
What was that?
the fuck are you doing?
He's trying to get rid of the purple lines.
Damn.
Sorry. My bad.
1, 13 damage. 8. 5. It's a good hit, but he's a troll. He's very hardy like you.
Exactly. That's why I'm shooting him.
It's gonna take a little bit more than that to take him down. All right. Oh, I
I do
completely
have a
skipped.
question.
I have an answer.
What determines how many times we can shoot in a turn?
It's a number of factors. Like what mode you have the weapon on. Like if it has more than like a single shotgun, you can only shoot once. Semi-automatic, you could technically shoot twice. Burst, you're just firing more rounds, but it's a single shot only, a single attack. So Spaz 24, I think, is semi-automatic. So
Yeah.
you could fire
Yeah,
another
that's what I
round if you
say.
chose to.
It's not. I believe as long as she hasn't taken another simple action.
Yeah, no, she's only walked, which is
So yeah,
free.
yeah, absolutely.
If you wanted to shoot again, you could.
Fuck yeah, I want to shoot again.
Okay, do it again.
Because fuck that guy.
Still with the +2?
Yeah, because extreme close range.
It's a little better.
5, that's 2, brings it up to 14. 8, 8 out of 14 is 6. He is on death's door, like he's on his knees, like grasping his chest. All right.
You're not dead. I'm surprised.
We're gonna go ahead and have some of the gangers go that are still alive. This one is gonna fucking book it. This
Good.
one's going to take 2 shots at Webb.
Aha.
Boom. Boom. All right, so I need
Okey-doke.
2 defense rolls from you, please.
Okay, so core
And click on the shield.
and the shield. Oh, right here, this tiny thing.
Yeah, that tiny
Yeah, it
thing.
took
that
me a
shield.
second to find it too.
I know it's not the best. No damage. Second one. All right, so 8. That's 9, 10. Then you need to hit the name of the armor to soak it.
Okay, so my okay.
10, 7. So you take 3 physical damage and are shot in the chest. Well, in the shoulder.
I swear in Mandarin.
This one's gonna take off booking 2. The humans are scared.
Okay, so like where do I deduct that at?
So if you look on the core
Okay.
section in the middle, there's a section
Okay.
that says condition monitors.
Yes.
The
Okay.
left-hand one is your physical. So you
All
click
right.
3 boxes.
3 boxes. Oop.
There you go.
Was that enough boxes? There we go.
Yeah, 3.
Okay, the first line. I got you.
Yeah. All right. And we're gonna have Ghost go, then Slim, and then I'm gonna have the remaining 2 gangers go. So Ghost, you are up, sir. You
How
could
do I want to solve this?
It has to involve
Stun
at least
ball,
triple.
incubus shroud. I gotta think here for a second. Come on, control him. That's a lot of force, though. Let's go with. I think Ghost is gonna step out. What's the distance there, by the way? About
to which one?
to any of them.
Don't pay attention to that. That the numbers are inaccurate. So
Yeah.
stepping out, if you step like out
Yeah.
over here to the left towards the cafe, the humans.
I was gonna step out the other way because I was gonna try and incubus shroud them.
Okay, that's fine. You could do that too. I would say probably 10 meters, 15 meters.
Okay, so I could get close enough to, try and tell them to leave.
Okay, you can try that.
All right, so I'm gonna try and cast Incubus Shroud.
Mhm.
What force do I want to cast it at? Its drain is force -1. Let me confirm something here. I gotta check the specifics of how that's opposed.
What kind of spell is it?
It is illusion,
Is it a physical illusion or a mana illusion?
mana illusion.
I resist with logic and willpower, so I'm going to assume you also resist drain with logic and willpower.
Yeah, that is my drain because I'm a hermetic.
Okay, my bad. Logic and willpower, that's 5.
All right, so I'm gonna go with
Sorry.
force 3.
Force 3. Okay, so I got to
Yeah.
give 3.
All right, so
That's 1. So resist your drain, sir.
Oh, hold on, I gotta do the actual spell, I believe, casting first. Right.
Yeah, go for it.
So I rolled a 3.
Okay, and they got a 1, so you're effective against them.
Okay, so now I have to roll my drain.
Mm-hmm.
Any mods?
No.
Yeah, I think I
So
resisted.
Yeah, you resist it, no problem. It's no sweat for you. You know, it's early day. You haven't really cast any magic, so you're good.
All right, so I kind of just So the way the spell works, right, is I will look like the thing they want most. Like it says here, the idealized appearance in the eyes of the observers,
Okay.
and it's a area of effect spell. So I would like to have it affect all three.
What's the Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
That's not an issue. All right.
Okay.
What do you say to them?
Listen, it is the night errant is on the way. You should go. Bring your friends. Forget that you saw anything. Don't tell them nothing, and we will leave.
Okay.
Because they should have the friendly attitude towards me now.
Mm-hmm.
And they should only remember afterwards, when they think of me, they should only remember the illusion that they see.
Okay. And to them, you look like their boss.
Yeah.
Um.
I will
Alright.
hold off night errant. You go.
All right. So, the human, we're gonna have Slim go, and then when they hit, it'll be they'll execute. Slim, what do you want to do? You have no idea what Ghost has just done. I mean, does it have a visual component to everyone else, or is it only like an illusion in the mind
I
of
believe
the
it's
people
only
affected?
since it's a mana spell, I don't believe there's any physical thing. They can roll to see it. I mean, that you can always try and perceive. They would see like my fingers twitching and stuff like that as I talk and maybe feel like some effect, but
I'm in a
I
goddamn
think
car.
that's a roll they have to do.
Slim, you have a little bit of experience with magic. You know he's a mage. He's spoken about being a mage. So you probably have the idea that he's casting a spell, and you saw him talking to him. You can hear what he's telling them to do. How do you want to act?
I'm just in case I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to just keep the AK just behind the car door and see how this plays out. If they move, I shoot. Or sorry, if they move toward us, I shoot.
Okay, so you're gonna delay until they act.
Yeah, if they take aggressive action toward us, I'm filling them in.
Okay, no problem. All right, it's gonna come to them. This human down here is going to grab this human that is dead and drag him off, thinking that maybe he can save him. This dwarf is going to kind of
With the big
stand.
hole in his chest?
The dwarf does not have a hole in his chest.
No, the human.
No, this human down here doesn't have like a huge hole in his chest. He's gonna drag the dead body away. That's what he told him to do. Take your friends and leave.
Oh.
Dwarf is gonna stand the troll up and kind of try and help him, but also has to grab this orc and drag him away. So they're moving a lot slower. The troll is barely alive. Like he's hemorrhaging. He probably won't make it. But they begin to leave. So there you go.
Listen,
It just flips them off as they leave.
Listen, sometimes you do not need to resort to guns.
I'll dig
Yeah.
Any
it
word will
first.
do.
They
But it
shot
was-
me.
But it was fun.
We could have just backed up, gone the other way.
No. Well,
No one touches my van.
I was
Say
not
yes.
wrong, though.
He's
Night
protective of
errant,
his
you
van.
may hear of us now.
Gentlemen,
not good.
get in the cars. We are leaving now. And Slim
Alright.
gets
Of
back in the
course.
car.
Craig, you flip your switch. The gun's lower, close up.
Boss.
So yeah, there you go. You guys are free to leave. You're out of initiative. Where are you going?
Obviously not back to that cafe.
That's a good
so-
question. Next
You're
question.
going
Wait, the cafe we were just at?
No,
we were
no.
at a coffee shop.
the initial.
Yeah, the initial planning area.
We're gonna call that place the hot pot.
The hot pot. Okay.
The hot pot.
That's
Hot pocket. Oh,
that's
Java
our-
bean, hot pocket. There we go. Hot pot. Fuck. Fuck. All right. So you guys have traveled back. It is 11:10. I believe that's a good place to stop for the evening. And
It is.
It is.
in 2 weeks, I believe, Trent, we will effect
Yes,
here?
we are alternating between Shadowrun and the Forging in the Onyx campaign. So, in 2 weeks, we'll find out what the hell we're doing next time if we remember.
I have
I have
I took
notes.
I took
I have
notes.
copious notes.
Me too. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah,
Took
there you
mental
go.
notes, so
Uh,
I'm not gonna lose them all.
Trent, it's pretty easy to check a cred stick. Roll me 5d6.
Okay.
So there's 1,500 new yen on that cred stick.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice.
Good. Yeah.
I'll mark that down.
That's a win.
All right. Let's one more thing real quick. Fuck. Sorry. Ty,
Hmm.
why don't you give me a real quick? Let's see if you have it. Let's go. Just click electronic warfare. Yeah, electronic warfare for me. It's on your skill list. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, for the 4, his laptop isn't that well protected. It's a lower rating device anyway. It's very cheap. You can see that he probably saved his money for other stuff.
Okay.
Based off the ratty apartment, the terrible side of town. But yeah, the most recent search was for hotels in the Renton area of Seattle.
Okay.
There we go. And it has a couple of numbers, and you follow it through, and you find the hotel that he's staying at, or he
Oh, nice.
booked a room at. So there you go.
Awesome.
Ooh, that sounds like a lead, eh?
I know where we're going next. Yeah.
I had to get one in. I had to get one in.
It's like your normal voice and suddenly just 100 times in 2 seconds. Jeez.
Don't you know?
I'm just like, holy shit.
All right. So
It's Canadian.
Trent, if
Mhm.
you want to take it from there.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our first Shadowrun session. I think it went absolutely better than I expected. We didn't die. We will catch you next time and next week for D&D as cool music plays and lights go down, and we will catch you next week.